Hello, hello, hello. We are going to start leveling the next tank today. I believe I'm going to do VDH next, probably. But first things first is that I want to go do a few world quests, just check what's up real fast for some gear. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's the way I want to gear. I don't want to really do Mythic Zeros because I don't think that they're like a fantastic use of my time. So that is what the plan is today. Just short little stream, not too long. I have a video to record later. Very excited about it. And then a bunch of work tonight. Plus, I still want to go to the gym. So, maybe a few squats today on stream for some bits. And otherwise, yeah, let's do some world quests, chill, and start working on the next character. There is much to do. And chill some music, though. Yo, hey, Genzu. Yo, what's up, Titan? Oh, let's go. You gave me a ton of confidence to rank on your paladin. Nice. Hey, Small. How's it going? Miss Onion Milk Enjoyer. Ha 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 ha. Congratulations. I was just doing a paladin coaching call this morning, in fact. And I really like that tank. I hope that they maybe take a look at it a little bit, because it's in a bit of a weird spot. Possibly. It's maybe a bit in a weird spot, paladin, but we'll see. Alrighty then. There we go. Nice. I want to just quickly do... I don't think Mythic Zeros are required. I was really thinking about it, and I was like, do I have to do Mythic Zeros, actually? Is that, like, required? And I was like, I don't think so, because I can get 220 from World Quest, and then I can do some other stuff. Noob. 19 months is crazy. Good morning, guys. Morning, Kabizzle. How's it going? Yo, how's your gym progress? Hey, Lona. Good morning, good morning. Hey, Coco. Hello. I'm very excited. I'm filming a video later today, and I want to know what people think. I would like some feedback because I am getting to talk to Artemir, who, as far as I know, and I don't know him that well, he loves WoW, plays WoW pretty much every day, but he doesn't really do raid or keys or anything like that. What's up, Malden? So my question is, if I was going to talk to somebody who loves World of Warcraft, but doesn't necessarily play competitively, what would you want to know? Because I'm thinking to myself here, I want to know what WoW means to somebody who doesn't play like me. Because I play WoW pretty specifically. I love Mythic Plus. I like the competitive aspect of things. I want to know, for somebody who basically is a housing main, or a transmog main, or a collector, they love World of Warcraft just as much, and I would love to know what they think. So I'm very excited for that conversation. I have no idea. It's not scripted. We don't really know what we're going to cover or not cover, so it should be interesting. Today has been beans from... Oh, shit. Deco, you alright? Everything, like, family member, you? Hopefully everything's okay. Well enough, at least. Yo, just discovered you from YouTube guides. Thanks, DabbleDad. I hope you like my guides. It was you? I hope you're alright. I hope that my guides help. Obviously, they're done in a pretty specific way, but I really hope that my ability to just talk to people and see if we can basically keep things straightforward and basic actually is able to help people try things. Because I did the guide with Shaw yesterday as an example, right? And Brewmaster is notoriously a tank that people are just afraid to play, like straight up. Like, it's just like, oh, this tank is so complicated. They're not willing to try Brewmaster, which is sad because Brewmaster is super unique. And I'm like, I wonder how I could get people to be willing to try Brewmaster. You know what I mean? Good, ear infection. Ew, ear infections suck. Sorry, dude. And I won't really enough run a friend. Hey, Hunter. Well, I wasn't streaming for a bit. Thanks, Hunter. Yeah, I didn't stream for a bit. I was really chilling. Now I'm kind of grinding a little bit because I have some things to do. For Resto Druid, nice. And that the idea though is just I want to see if I can do that for all the specs. Dabble. Like, that's one of my goals is it possible that I could help people feel that comfortable on every spec? Not just Resto Druid or not just Holy Priest as an example, but just can I make it so that people feel comfortable trying Mistweaver as an example? Like I did the guide with Megaset. Or Feral Druid, because I have a video planned with Cybear soon. And it's like, that's kind of the idea, right? Yo, alright. 220 trinket there. What's up, Geek? So, I know that people are grabbing stuff, though. Onion Milk Review. I feel like I know who you are, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't tell if I do or do not know at this point. What's up, Onion? I wanted to love brew. Tried during Dragonflight. It was a bit too complicated. So, Lil, this is like the perfect time because for a long time, brew didn't really make sense to me either. But it's different now. Like, it's way more straightforward. And that video I made yesterday with Shaw should hopefully serve as a little intro for people who want to try brew. Because it is actually way easier to play. Like, if you just get the basics down, you'll actually be able to play it. So I think it'd be cool. Yeah, short little stream today. Just a little bit of leveling. A little bit of world quests. I should do each of these, to be honest, on each of my main characters. And I should get a contract, shouldn't I, if I'm doing world quests? Probably worth it. Yeah, I'll do it real fast. Even a basic one. Are the contracts still bugged? Because I put one on a different character, but I don't see it here. Oh, let's see. Contract of this. Mistweaver is such a fun concept. So, yes, and it does play very well right now, Dabble. It does indeed. Mistweaver, I think, is doing... When fist weaving is powerful, Mistweaver is fun. You're in love with VDH? Have you done the lore books? No. What are the lore books? I mean, if I've seen it come around, maybe. I think I want the Anmani, most likely. Or the... This one? Or the Harati. Probably this one. Give you a ton of rep. What are the... Are there just, like, treasures around, most likely? That's normally what it is. I'm assuming they're just treasures. I mean, my rep seems okay right now. I'm not that far behind. I just want the items, of course. That seems to me like the only thing that will really stay is getting the champion. Like, the 4 champion track pieces are the only thing that kind of matter. Especially because you can get them on each ult. But you just have to complete the weekly stuff. So as long as I can do that, then that's most likely the plan. Just the treasures. You click, yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Yeah. They had the same thing before. Makes sense. I just finished it up today. Is there a specific, like, route or guide for them? Can't be that hard, right? What's up, Diana? How's it going? Do you know that they randomly hotfixed Guardian? So now the last thing, the Apex talent now is basically super busted and powerful because they just randomly yesterday, out of nowhere, without any notes, put it in. Where the Apex talent is now fixed. Because why not, right? I think that's very funny. I think it's pretty funny, to be honest, though. What's up, Abuelito? Do we just kill everything for this, or what's the best way to do this quest? Not too much, just hoping you have a great stream tonight. Thank you, man. Get anything you want? Oh, it's gonna take me a while. Realistically, so the reason I'm not doing Mythic Zeros is simply because I'm not gonna have time to do Mythic Zeros. If I want to level as many characters as I actually want to level, the truth is, I will need to be doing it for the entirety of the next 2 weeks. Even going into the raid week, it's very possible that I will just need to level. And not even raid at all. Like, that's how many characters I want to get done, and I don't want to have to, like, play 10 hours a day. So, I don't mind Midnight. I like the fact, I think it's a great expansion thus far, but leveling is a pain. Yeah. That's sort of the idea. The 17th, the idea is that you're going to want to raid, right, for tier or for trinkets. Not for item level, but for raid, for trinkets and stuff. I'm not sure I'll get to do that, and that's okay with me. Straight up. Like, if that is what it is, then it's all good. I don't really want a mythic raid this season anyways. I might be a bit behind on the keys, but it's all good. Yep, so I will, just be leveling a lot. The main thing that I want, though, is that delve to come back. I think it's up tomorrow, right? I believe this one is tomorrow. Stolen mana. It's not the mana one, is it? Wait, what's the variety of Shadow Point that's the right delve to level in? It's not mana, is it? Is it up tomorrow? Is it up today? Wait, it's wait. Does anybody know? That was good enough to be in a 5-day. I don't like it. I don't raid. A raid just doesn't fill that hunger for me. It doesn't feel rewarding for me to raid. I know some people love it, and it's like the reason they play WoW. It's just not really my thing. I want to change. I'm trying to find music that I want to listen to today, and I just can't. None of these are hidden. Like I'm trying to figure out some music that I want to listen to, though. I don't think it's today. Next. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'm not a raider. It does not feel... It doesn't... It kind of is more, like, annoying for me. It's like a chore that sometimes I feel like I have to do, right? So, I'm not a huge fan of it, though. You push as high Mythic Plus every every season, though? Yeah, I just like Mythic Plus. And basically, for me, I like pushing Mythic Plus on 6 characters, 7 characters, 8 characters. So, normally, like, maybe my main will be... It depends if I play the whole season or not, but, like, 100 points below title, depending. Because sometimes I'll stop, like this last season, for example. I stopped the week of Turbo Boost because beta came out early. And I just wanted to play beta. So I didn't end up getting title this last season because I just wanted to play beta, you know? AoE leveling is quite fun if you... So which one? Yeah, but it's not up every day, right? Because that's the one I want to do is the Shadow Point leveling. I did it for my Paladin, and that was my preferred way to level. But it's only up every 3 days or something like that. So... It's not up yet. Alright, let me check other world quests for what I might need here. There's some legs there, nice. Yeah, you should do this for everything you need, though. What's up, Azera? Let me go like this. You can get 4K rep if you do the treasures, click telescope, and do abundance. Okay, that's probably a lot. I'm not that far off, because I actually did do the campaign, so I'm 5 here and 5.5 there. Hey, Aloid, how's it going? Hope you've been enjoying your stuff. It's almost 2 full levels. Alright, cool. How are you and how's Doodoo Tank? I'm doing pretty good right now. Overall, I'm having a good time. I like doing the raid once or twice after that. Yeah, I don't mind doing it for like the first week, but realistically, I don't burn out with WoW. Like, I just want to do keys all the time. I think keys are super fun, and if I ever get bored on one, congratulations, I just end up doing literally anything else. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I end up getting bored, though, I'm fine. Awesome. So for me, yeah, I'm just not really not a big raider. What's up, Free? Lore Master plus highest peaks achievements gives you rep handy notes as trackers. Okay, I'll probably do that. It seems... I don't think I need to worry about rep too much because I'm pretty sure I have the basics down. And then, like, obviously there's a few treasures here like this. I think this one's probably rep. Yep, that's rep right there. So there's 6, and then I only need 8, right? It's not going to be that bad. I also have the dungeon quest still to turn in. First and foremost, I do world quests, because world quests will give me 220 gear, and that means I don't have to do Mythic Plus. Or sorry, Mythic 0. Need 9? That's fine. I'm sure I can get it, because I haven't done any of the side quests too, though. No problem. I'm not that worried about it, to be honest. I'll figure it out. And the other thing is that I don't have to figure it out this week. If you end up getting your rep next week, you know, that's absolutely fine. Another thing that people, I think, are forgetting is that you don't need to have full gear this week. You can totally just gear next week, and that would be acceptable, you know? Good morning. Hey, Ariana. How's it going? It is a thing. I think that people are definitely panicking about their gear and, like, sending their crests early or sending this, and it's fun. And for sure, if that's, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's absolutely, obviously acceptable. But ultimately, you don't really need exactly. And you get each week will have some weekly stuff, so you don't really need to worry about it, if that makes sense. I do think that that's very impactful and should be considered for people who are, like, freaking out about their gear, is that I'll have a weekly to do next week, and then I'll have a weekly to do the week after that, too. So, no problem. I think just quickly doing world quests for any item level that I'm missing is a good one. Move to a daily lockout. There you go. Yeah, I think that this time is best spent leveling. If you have a bunch of characters, I don't think doing M0 is worth it. I did keep in mind, I did the champion headpiece already. I did that quest. But aside from that, I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's that much to do. You just do, like, the peaks over here or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm not that worried. I think that because I have, if you don't have a lot of characters, then I understand, like, just doing everything you can at the moment. But I think that grinding out M0s at this point is really not necessary, you know? The renowned gear doesn't matter if you do M0s. I think that, like, just having champion pieces for my alts is the biggest reason that I want it. Not for my main, but for my alts free, because that would help. That actually does make a difference for me. Is, like, being able to log into an alt and say, oh, I just have, you know what I mean? Like, I just have 4 pieces already set would help. Yeah. But definitely, I think people are over-prioritizing M0s right now, in terms of the fact that it won't really matter by the end of the day. I think at the end of the day, yeah. I'll replace until I get a hero trinket from M+, which, keep in mind, Deco, one of the advantages to potentially being on a team, remember, one of the very strong advantages if we play together is that week 1, if Arson gets on, you get on, I get on, and we have, like, maybe a random gets on, and we actually have a team, we will smash keys early on, and we will be farming 10s the first day. Like, that's how it works. If you are not, however, playing in a team, and you do not have people who played beta, good luck. Like, straight up. Like, if you just don't have a bunch of people who played beta, then, like, you're in trouble, you know? Small will be on excellent. So, like, I think that because we play beta so much, yeah, small will be on great. Let's just farm 10s out. And, then we will all be... Doesn't 10 drop... what is it? What's it called? 10 drops... 266. Like, just base item level. Not from Vault. I think the actual 10s just drop 266. You know? So the only thing that I need is enough item level where I don't get one-shot walking into a +10. Does that make sense? That's kind of the only thing that I care about, and I don't think I need to have that much gear. I'm pretty sure, like, I could tank a +10. It's hard to say exactly, but, like, with Deco healing me, maybe, like, 250? 240? Maybe like 240 item level. I think I would be able to do 10s pretty easily. Maybe not easily. I think easy is pushing it. Maybe with some effort. But ultimately, yeah, I'm not that worried about it. Yeah. We'll see. Hey, come on. I take advantage I can roll Brute to pass you gear as well. Also true if you were already geared, yeah. You can get that pretty season. Yeah, I'm not that worried about it. So, anyways, look, there's a spear right there. Nice. And then now we just fill out a few more slots and boom. If I just do these world quests, which are the easiest thing to do, right? They're not hard. Maybe I could do the daily thing if I want it. And then I just look at the other world quests and I just see what else is there. So we don't need the headpiece. That trinket, who knows if it's better, doesn't really matter too much. I think I already got another one anyways. Didn't I just do this? Yep, perfect, okay. And then we just take a look around. I just do this on a few characters before they go away. Take a look. Is anything else that I need? And then once I get the renown items, there's a waist, as far as I know. There's a neck piece, which I need both of those. And then there's the trinket. So I just need to find gloves now, wrist, and whatever. And then the world quest will get replaced, so probably I'll have that. We just need to look at Harandir. There's a back piece. Oh, I could probably do that real quick. And a headpiece there. Boom. I think that this is a much better way to do it. So there's a back piece right there, and that's it. You can trust it for sure or farm 7s until you replace the worst pieces. I'm not that worried free. Well, the other day in Void, I missed it. It's okay. But again, like, I think that this is a much cozier way to not have to worry as much. If this suits your goals, like, I guess if you really want to, like, raid parse week 1, then you need to be fully, you know, minimum slot is probably 230. But I think that 220 is okay. Yo, what's up, Oz? What would be the best professions for min-maxing for M+? The only thing that matters profession-wise is... What's it called? Alchemy. Because alchemy will give you longer flasks, as long as that's still a thing. So each of my characters will level to 25 alchemy, and that's it. That's all you need. Aside from that, there's really nothing to min-max, I don't think. So yeah. Just the alchemy. And that's it. Okay, so there's Druid done. Let me go ahead and just look at my paladin real quick, and I'll do this for each character so I don't miss them. Just real quick. I hit 90 on your brew. Congratulations, Lou. Nice. I thought you were a maining warrior, so how many characters are you leveling? You're from 7 to 10s with the crest you get from the end of dungeon. Have you run 6s? On, what do you mean? Like delves? Or... You have to run 6s. It'll be all right. I'm sure we'll figure it out, and whatever we end up needing to do will be all right, you know? What's this? Oh, there's literally a world quest where I'm at. Okay. Wait, what is this? I have to solve a puzzle. Okay. I don't want to out myself here, but what am I trying to do? I don't understand this puzzle. I'm going to click some random things and see what happens. What's the purpose of this puzzle? Am I trying to not get the lines to cross? Am I trying to get the lines to cross? What am I doing here? This is not an obvious puzzle. What am I trying? What is the point of this one? So... Oh, okay. This is a weird one. I don't like this puzzle. Okay, click, click. You're trying to untangle it. This is like my weakest skill. I'm gonna keep clicking, and eventually Blizzard will probably just give this to me. Fantastic. All right, here, watch this. Boom, click. I'm clicking harder. Nice. Clicking harder. Nice. Min-max. Min-max. Boom. Speed running it. Nice. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking random buttons until I eventually get it. You're destroying bees? Yeah. I like the other puzzles. The other puzzles are fine, but I don't actually know what this one does. I'm gonna keep clicking until I eventually get it. Nice. Cool. Eventually, Blizzard will probably give this to me, because that's what they do. Oh, no. Okay, this one here. Nice. This one. This one. Nope. I was wrong. That one. This one. Nope. Okay, I don't have any clue how this puzzle works either. Alright, this one. Like that. No? Okay, that thread's there. Oh boy. What about this? Nope, this one. Ah, boy. I am bad at this. Alright. Ah, there it is. Alright, bet. Cool, world quest done. And what did I get? Oh, beautiful. A 224 weapon. That's 100 item levels. Nice. Okay. One of my big complaints for Midnight, and I don't have many. I actually think that Midnight is looking great right now. However, somebody explained to me how 100 item levels on a weapon. This is 104 item levels. 103 item levels, excuse me. 103 item levels gives me 21 strength. That's it? It gives me 21 strength and 14 haste. That is so weird. That's really, really weird. Very strange. Oh, yo, what's up, Cable? Yo, hey, Cable. Yo, hello. Hi. How's it going? 21 strength is massive. It's super weird. Like, this is just weird. It's 104 item level upgrade, and it barely does nothing. What's up, Cable? How's it going? How many alts have you leveled yet? I want to do, ideally, about 10 characters, which is tough. That's a tough ask, you know what I mean? That's a lot. But my plan is to do maybe like 10 characters or something like that. Yeah. I might have overestimated my abilities for leveling. Just 2. Working on your DK and you're done for a while. You're only leveling 3. Oh, nice. But you are an altaholic, are you not, Cable? Also, hello there. I said hi to somebody. I uploaded something to La TikTok, and then I saw you on there, so I went to say hello. And then I also saw Miss Gigglecakes on there, right? And then when I noticed that Miss Gigglecakes was on there, I went to say hi, and she didn't realize it was me. So she was like, "What's up, Steve?" And I was like, "Oh, hi, but this is a woo, by the way." And she freaked out. She was like, "What? A woo is Steve?" And I was like, "I know. That's why I go by a woo." You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, it's cooler, right? Which 10 classes? So here's basically what's up. I'll show you in a second. Ideally, it's all tanks and all healers. That's my first priority. But after all tanks and all healers, I also wanted a warlock. In particular, I wanted warlock. That was the idea. So we'll see if I end up getting there. But that's the idea, yeah. Warlock would be my first pure DPS choice if I had to level them. To a woo? Jeff, in real life? Probably not. Destro? I like Demo and Affliction, personally. And I made an Affliction guide with Arson, and that was pretty cool. I like Demo and Affliction, yeah. Playing more than just tank. Overall, today I'll be focusing... I think tanks are my priority. And it's also kind of because I know I'm gonna have, like, a Mythic Plus sort of team, you know what I mean? Yo, what's up, DN? Resubscribe for 5 months. What's up, DN? Thank you for the resub. Much appreciated. Destro sandbagging Demo nerfs. I can see it. Yeah, it's true. There was so much sandbagging this beta cycle. Unbelievable. Oh my god. Dude. Fire mages created the biggest psyop that I have ever seen on a beta cycle, next to Boomkins. I need to find a new guild. Great question, Jeff. I also need to find a new guild, by the way. So if you find one, let me know, because I could use a guild. I don't have a guild either, you know. I'm gonna main Lock, I feel that. Planning on Warlock, Druid, DK, and probably Shaman. So that's 4 characters. How are you planning to level? Because the one thing I know about myself is I won't level after Mythic Plus starts. Whatever I do now, like, it has to be done in the next few weeks, because past that point, it's over. There's just, like, literally no shot that I'm going to be spending time leveling when I could be in a key. So I have until the 24th to level as many characters as I can, gear them to a basic level, and then bring them to keys. That's the whole idea behind everything. It has to be done during that window. You know? MM refused to play the high DPS build on beta. That's... yeah. I am hesitant on the decision of them to wait for March 17th to do beta tuning, because there are some pretty clear problems with beta, and I feel like they should have just sent some. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a little bit iffy on the fact that they are going to wait till March 17th, because some people will actually choose to play their spec based on tier lists, but tier lists are based on pre-tuning, so, you know, that's going to change, like, real quick, and that's problematic, don't you think? Torn on a healer to play, just cap my rogue, looking at H-Pal, H-Priest, or Mistweaver. 3 very different playstyles, Savage, so it's kind of hard to say, man. They're going to get jump scared by balance, though. Yeah, I know. I think all 3 can be good. I think that H-Pal is sleeper, because if that thing gets just a little bit of a buff, everyone is sleeping on it. So H-Pal is a big tuning thing. I think Mistweaver is in a very good spot, actually. I'm a big fan of Mistweaver at the moment. I made that guide with Megaset, and she was, by the way, super cool. Very good. Since I've been collabing with people, there are some people who are just so legit at this content creation stuff. Shaw was another one who was just, like, rolled off the tongue. You know, one take, just said, hey, here's what we're doing. He said, great, we make the Brewmaster guide, done. Just like that, like, just straight up. Meg was also really, really good. Both of them clearly have been on podcasts and made a lot of videos before, because there are some people who are like, they have to think about it a little bit, they have to script some stuff or whatever, but now both of them are fantastic. Very, very knowledgeable about their specs, and were able to teach me to a basic extent, so we can make those guides and talk about it. It's awesome. That's fair. I'm just very casual and like leveling. That's awesome. I'm in such a weird spot with WoW. I love World of Warcraft, but I don't like leveling. I love the game. Not a huge fan of leveling. It's just not my favorite thing. I kind of wish I did like it. I wish that I cared more about the story, and I wasn't kind of panicking a little bit about, you know, trying to get all these characters done. I wish there was a little bit more ult-friendliness so that I could spend more time and go a little slower. At the moment, I feel like I have to kind of min-max my leveling, because there's so much to do, right? That I'm just a little bit like... not feeling the music. Let me see if I can... what about something like this? What if we start with Karma and go from there? This is a good song. This is a little better. So... I overall think Midnight, massive W. Like, the huge, great, very, very happy. Midnight's great. However, I do kind of wish that maybe there was, like, a little bit more support for alts. I think that would be nice if there was something like that. You get additional 5%. That's true. You get 5%, though. You should get old XP, best we had in BFA. I kind of wish maybe I didn't have to wait for delves. Like, I wish that wasn't a thing, because I don't like the fact that there's like, oh, there's one day where that one delve is up, you know? But I wonder what Cable's plan is. Mr. Caleb just came in. I don't know if he's still here. I'm assuming he gets to go. I know it's kind of late for him. Man, it must be hard to, like, he works during the day, too. Jeff, I think that's so hard to decide, because I think that the only people who have a problem with the leveling are kind of sweaty min-maxers. I don't actually think that leveling has a problem. I think it's only me and people like me who have a problem with leveling. I don't think they need to fix it. Because I don't... Do you know what I mean by that? Like, it's not actually an issue. It's like a self-created issue. Because I'm just trying to, like, well, when March 24th rolls around, I want to play 24 hours of keys. Only keys. I only want to do keys. That's all I want to do. It's like, actually, most people will be leveling throughout the whole first season. Like, they'll be like, oh, like, a few months in, they'll be like, let me just take a week to level my rogue. And that's fine. You see what I mean? So I kind of feel like it's not actually a problem, and there will be a 25% buff. So it's kind of like a self-created problem. Also, Cable, I was going to tell you, you know who Artemir is, yeah? A fantastic, how would you say? A fantastic king in the WoW community. He slays, as they say. Yes? He totally eats, as all humans do, because if you don't eat, then you're probably going to have some health problems and won't make it very long because you need calories and stuff. Yeah? You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to use the lingo. What else do I have to say? He probably wouldn't like Ohio. I don't really know the Ohio thing. I think, is that already done? I haven't kept up. But the idea is that I am filming a video with him later. This music isn't Riz. Yeah, is this... What do you think I should play, Malvin? What music should I play to Riz? What's the option here? So up to date with the lingo. Thank you, Jamoose. I do my best. You know, just trying to stay relevant as I advance into my old age. Yep, that's the plan. I'm gonna be like the coolest. I'm gonna be like the coolest grandpa in hospice care. Something high energy. Is this not high energy? I feel like this is dancing. What's up, Pembroke? I'll take some music suggestions today, potentially, if they're decent. What's an easy tank for beginners? I think that Prot Warrior Druid, if you play Elun's Chosen Druid. I actually don't think Druid of the Claw is not friendly. I think that Druid of the Claw could be considered sort of anti-friendly in a lot of ways. So if you play Elun's Chosen, you play like that build, would be good. Aspirational, thank you. Anything from the Fallout soundtrack? Well, I've been listening to a bunch of emotional things on my free time, but I don't really want to play a ton of emotional music for stream. Like, you know. And also, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, I can't put music through there, so you have to come to Twitch if you want to hear the music. But the idea is, all right, so, like, you know what I mean? Because the music, I have been listening to, like, Doctor Who tributes, and I think my favorite song at the moment is Saturn by Sleeping at Last. Like, I really... And Arcane soundtrack is another thing I've been revisiting. So it's not exactly, like, happy vibe music, but it's a little bit more like, you know... Oh, sorry, Caleb. I was just saying, I am going to film a video later with Artemir. I asked him if he would make a video with me. And so I will be filming a video with him. That's what I was going to tell you, and then I got distracted. Have a great night, Caleb. I am looking forward to it because I want to know his perspective on Midnight. I think the way that I play is coloring my opinion. But what I actually want to do is listen to people who are a little bit more cozy in terms of the fact that they would love the story or the campaign or the housing. I want to know what World of Warcraft means to him. I want to know his perspective on the quest line, on the leveling, how long it's taking. I want to know his thoughts about stuff. You know? I put him on mute. Yeah. It's not... I'm not a big metal enjoyer. I don't mind, like, hardcore rock, but I don't like screaming. When there's a lot of screaming, I kind of just tune out a little bit. If I really, really, really wanted to hear screaming all the time, I wouldn't have gotten a vasectomy. You know what I mean? Like, you know? In your quick guide for Prez, what's up, Malnar? You suggest getting reversion on before the pull, of course. Why is it that when it heals decent damage, what's the benefit of using charge before the pull? Check out Life Spark and Grace Period, Malnar. If you're on your Prez right now, I want you to go look at the two talents, Life Spark and Grace Period. That's why you want it pre-covered. Because once you're in the poll, you don't want to be having to waste your echoes, especially manual echoes, on it. It's not so much for the actual healing. You can obviously use it for golden hour, but before the poll, a quick TA to just blanket cover your team with reversion will amp your healing for the rest of the poll, and it's just good practice. You like the brew guide with Shaw? I was very excited to make that one. That was an awesome one. I hope that that helps people get into brew, because it's not actually that scary of a tank anymore. What's up, Cheeky? Hey, Sagana. Good morning, good morning. Just finishing out a few world quests, and then I'm moving on to level the next tank. I'm just filling out... I want like 220 in each slot by the time the season actually rolls around, so each of my characters can do this stuff. Yeah, Lou, I don't know if you saw, but I made a guide with Shaw, who, by the way, also, great guy. I hadn't actually ever gotten to talk to him myself first. For me, the season starts on the 24th. For most people, it starts on the 17th, but I only care about keys. So if you're a raider, then season starts 24th. Yeah. So he's awesome, and he's legit. Like, that guy he's really cool. And it was an honor to get to talk to him. I talked to him a lot, and I had never talked to him myself before. Mainly through life try to get those really strong living flames. Living flame could be a massive heal sometimes. Yes, you're welcome. But also, grace period is interesting and is an amp, but there's technically no reason not to pre-ramp it because you can always just reapply it. Does that make sense, though? I hope that answers your question, Molnar. Knowing what the first button in an actual pull is pretty helpful. Less information vomit than full... Yeah, exactly. The whole point of my guides, and keep in mind, I don't mind making some deep dives and some advanced guides where it's like, hey, let's talk for 45 minutes about my favorite spec. 100, I would love that. I'm super down. I can talk for 3 hours about Guardian, probably. And we can give conditionals, and we can explain the different polls and why you would send that versus this. And if you send Lunar Beam on the first global in Arakara, then you get that. I can do all that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily help people because those little bits of min-max, though, it's just way more impactful to get the fundamentals of a spec down. Get 80 to 90% of the way there, and then, if you want to learn more, learn more. Does that make sense? That's my personal perspective on it. So, hopefully, my information can help that. Does that make sense? That's my plan, if that makes sense. Yeah, and then basically, like, watch the guide to get into the spec, start playing the spec, and then when you're like, what does this do, by the way? Or you're like, what about this? Is this better music? I'm kind of down for this right now. I'm letting it autoplay. I was hoping to listen to something new today. I want, like, new music dabble. Do you guys have favorite music? All right, so I think that's actually just that right there, by the way. Already gives me, like, 30 item levels. Is there any other world quest that I really care about on the Paladin? Not really, I think. Maybe that... I don't need the second trinket. Okay. I think Paladin is done. Just that one... Maybe this quest right there for the back piece. Yeah, just the Harandir last one. There's a headpiece there, but I'll get the headpiece from the rep in a second. So just the back piece. Not bad. Cool. I'm not that worried about it. I need to set my hearth better. My hearth's kind of weird on the Paladin. We can just go here. Was nice catching a stream. Have a good night. Yo, thank you, Jamoose. I hope you have a great night, too. Well, it's a good day for me. It's 2 p.m. my time in the afternoon. Argentina key? I thought they fixed that. Did they? Is that still a thing free? I thought they had hot fixed the Argentina thing. Alright, so maybe I'll do the back piece later if I want to. Let me just hop on to my warrior, do the same exact world quest, and then we'll start leveling one of these 3 next. Not sure. Put you in Silverman? Wait, really? Oh, nice. I didn't know that. That's good tech, actually. But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about gear. Just make sure you have, like, I think 220 minimum will be fine going into the raid. The main issue is I kind of want, potentially, to find a guild. It would be nice to have a consistent raid team around my timing. But here's the thing. Here's the problem. All right. Here's where it gets tricky. Okay? I do want this, but at the same time, okay, I don't really want to raid Mythic. Like, I kind of just want it normal and maybe heroic clears. That's it. That's pretty much all I actually care about. Just think about, like, tier set acquisition early on. It's much better if you have some consistent people to raid with. I find it to be very difficult to find a guild like that, you know? Hard limit is 237 in every slot as a race guild. Yeah, well, so that makes way more sense to me. Wait, what's this? I'm just like photographing stuff? Okay. So, I am not in this, though. That's literally what your guild is. Do you guys rate? I kind of just want, basically, to be honest with you, it's very counter to how I play the game, and that's why it's kind of hard for me to find. I actually want, like, a chill vibe guild. Maybe, preferably, it would be nice if I was going to make friends, if they also did, like, hierarchies. But I asked, actually, for example, I asked, Twitch name. I asked Zorthus if I could just join his OCE guild, and he said he's only accepting raiders at the moment. Yo, hi, Twerk Goddess. That's also my name on weekends. We raid Tuesdays, Thursday, 5. So the PST timing, though, that's like 8. It's like 7:30 a.m. for me. So that obviously won't work. That's why it's hard for me, though. That's the problem. What's up, Warren? We only normal and Painly push heroic. Yeah. No, so like the thing is, it's pretty difficult for me with timing, because time difference is so tough. That's an easy quest. Easy 230 cloak. That's 230 cloak, right? That's like a Mythic 0 cloak. Alright, bet. That wasn't a very long break. I was back yesterday, Veronica. It's true, I got bored. I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to break a little longer than that. My bad. Tranquillin, perfect. He caved after 9 days. What server do I play on? NA or OCE? But NA or OCE, not EU. It would be easier if I played on EU, but unfortunately, no. Yeah. Veronica, I'm doing an interview. Please clean your bags. Don't look. Don't look. You didn't see anything. You didn't see that small. What bags? What bags? NA OCE shared? Correct. What bags? You didn't see nothing. Oh, I did these world quests early, so I'm not going to have access to them on the thing. Okay, that's fine. We could do this one real fast. Yeah. What bags? These ones? What bags? An interview? Yeah, so basically, I'm starting to do... Remember I told you earlier I wanted to do a bunch of collabs because I realized I have my perspective on the game, but it is simply one of many perspectives, and I wanted other people's perspectives. I am doing a video with a guy named Artemir, who plays very differently than I play, and I think that's awesome. Like, that's specifically, it's kind of like, it would be like sort of if I talked to you about what World of Warcraft means, although you haven't really gotten into it, but it's just like, what does World of Warcraft mean to different types of players? Because you see me, like, if you only ever watch me play WoW, it's like, that's so weird, because I am simply one perspective in this community. Do you know what I mean? But like, I am but one of many voices, and my voice is colored. Like, obviously I'm biased toward the content that I like, but you know, there's a ton of people, Veronica, who play WoW as a cozy game. I'm always talking about dungeons and keys and Mythic Plus. There's a lot of people who don't do any of that. And they go collect cute outfits and they work on their house in game, and like, that's their way of enjoying it, and that's awesome. And that is amazing. And a lot of times that's actually what gets people into the game, but it's not highlighted if you only know me and my stream on WoW. Does that make sense? Yeah, but there are some people who are housing mains, and there's fantastic. Exactly. Not sure what the WoW is just here for your onion milk content. If you main heal instead of tanks, you'd be the perfect streamer. To be fair, I will also play healer. I play both. I can't help myself because I get bored. So I end up playing both anyways. I'm going to see how quickly I can actually level things. I would like to be able to play. I want all healers and all tanks leveled. You know? Right. No, it's actually like a massive part of the player base. Yeah, I'm basically a woo everything. What healer are you going to play first? Well, luckily, because there's a lot of crossover with tanks. In terms of what strict healer I'll level first, great question. Go for AOTC max. I know it would be great. Time difference gets me a lot. It's very difficult for me to find, oftentimes, just people to play with in general because of time difference. Great question. Resto Shaman? I'm thinking I'll go Resto Shaman, maybe Evoker, and then the last one I would level is my Priest. Probably. Most likely. Not they still with Holy Priest boss this mythic season. Cool. Get back, don't be weird. Good luck. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what my plan would be in terms of what healers. First, I just have to do... All I have to do first is actually just get through leveling my characters. Well, because because I leveled my Druid, I already have Holy Paladin, Mistweaver Monk, and Restless Druid. Basically, because I'm not going to level, like, a separate character for those. Anybody who does that is actually demon. Like, that's demonic. If you're like, I want a Guardian Druid and I want a Resto Druid, so let me just level 2 Druids. It's like, whoa. Really? You would do that? And they're like, absolutely. Like, okay. There are some people who level like 3 Druids. And I cannot imagine. Too much for me. Alright, let me go do this quest real fast. Just a few of them. And then... I only have 3 characters at max. I need 7 more. But we got time. Yeah, it wasn't a very long streaming break. But today will be a short stream because I have that video with Artemir and I don't think I'll record it live. I believe I'll record it off stream. It's usually, especially if you don't want to keep messing with the action bars. What's up? Sorry, I missed your previous comment. What are you referring to? See if I can maybe mass pull this in a little bit. I'm glad though, Timmy, that you like the recent collabs with both Shaw and Megaset because I have many more planned. There's a few more videos that I have with Shaw actually that we made on the same day, but they're on Patreon. I posted a few of them to Patreon for free. You don't have to pay for it, just membership there. But I'm gonna have a few more with him, and then I also want to keep recording more about not just tanks and healers, but also DPS, so that if anybody wants to try something like Affliction Warlock, it's like, hey, I happen to know a very good Affliction Warlock. Why don't we just ask Arson? And so I made one with Arson. I made one about the current state of Warlocks. My only problem was that the audio got slightly hinted on that, so his voice was very loud. That's how that happened. I may want to... So, like, that's... The idea behind them is... That's the whole point, is I want people to feel comfortable trying new things. Okay, hold up. Not this music. Maybe this song. I need music suggestions today. I'm not feeling these at the moment. Yeah, that's what I want to do, because I love being an altaholic. I'm a chronic altaholic. People should stop encouraging me to be an altaholic. You should actually tell me, you'd be like, oh, woo, stick with one spec. If I stuck with one spec, I would probably be so good. Like, I could probably get, like, way above title if I actually stuck to one character. But I, of course, need to split my time between, like, 10 characters. Because I'm good at specs, which we go to for Prez. I feel like it's only other races. What do you mean? Who would be your go-to? Oh, I'm friends with Rye and Kig, so I'm not friends with Crive myself, so I know, I just happen to know and be friends with pretty much every top preservation evoker in the world for keys. I know almost all of them because I played Prez for a season. When I first started streaming, I was rank 3 NAOC. So I was a high-level Prez player, so I kind of know everybody else around that area. So I could just message Rye. He's very busy is the problem. Rye is Danglin, sorry. Danglin is his preservation evoker. And he's a great Prez, obviously. And he's just been super busy. I don't even know if he's playing Midnight, actually. So I would reach out to him first, and then I would also consider Kig, who doesn't make as much content for Prez anymore. He knows, I know him, he knows, dude, he's like, literally, I think, been like rank 1 Prez many times. He's very good at Prez. He's a good talker. So, yeah, he's an interesting guy. I think Kig is also very nice. Kig Alion. He's on my friends list, so I can message him right now. He's probably, I don't think Raya's on though. I haven't seen him. I know he started a new job, so I wonder if he's gonna have time to really play Midnight. But Kig, I'm pretty sure, is gaming hard. He's not on right now, of course. So I could ask Kig as well for Prez. But But I could also ask Harik, by the way. I have contacts with Harik, and he's the writer for spiritbloom.pro. He's the actual website for Prez. If I reached out to Harik, I bet you he would respond as well. He's also the guide writer for Resto Druid, or Resto Shaman. As Volk. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's small. I feel like I didn't deserve that. I remember that day. I feel like I did not deserve that, man. Nah, I must give him. I was about to say Kig, but it's less like 0.1% con more getting into press. Well, I mean, so I could just do them though. Yeah, I didn't. You saw the transcript? Yeah. I got shut down hard, man. I'll never forget it. Yeah, that was a weird. That was the only time, by the way, that a class Discord has actually gotten to me. Because at least the other debates that I've had in class Discords, they don't bother me. Like, I don't lose sleep over them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sitting there and I'm not just like, oh, like, I can't believe that one Guardian Druid said this in the Discord. It's like, no, that doesn't bother me. But that one did. That was the one time where I was just like, oh, yeah, it felt personal, right? Like, it wasn't even the wording. It was just like, oh, man, like, it was a real, it did, I felt that. I felt it, you know? I mentioned who did high-level keys where I tanked. The guy blasted, and they could pull fail and then flame me for failing. Yeah, well, that's true. Which one was rereading my message could be seen as a... Wait, could be seen as offensive? I got it? Which one? No? Not you. It was something that happens in the class Discords. What did he say? How would you describe it, Small? If you actually saw the message, it was just, you know that feeling where you are super excited to share something, but maybe the other person you're sharing it with doesn't really like it. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? No, and I don't want to make generalizations, because there are some class Discords that are kind of toxic, but there's also amazing people that do great stuff in class Discords. So just to clarify, if we talk about it just like yesterday, there are some people who really care, try to help people, and just, there are some great resources in class Discords. You know what I mean? But I don't know what I did, because I hadn't even said hi there in a long time. Like, I didn't do anything, man. They used to like me when I actually played Prez and was higher ranked, but I don't know what happened. I hadn't even said, that was like my first message in there in like months, I think. I don't know what I did to incur that wrath. Yeah. The Prez Discord. Well, keep in mind, like, again, like, I know everybody in there, and, but yeah. Class, people like go Google and don't want to talk. It's, the thing about class Discords is that there's a lot of dogma, and if you ever try to suggest something that isn't, yeah, I guess. I just don't know what I did to do that. I think that class Discords can unfortunately get toxic, and my biggest problem with them is I understand they get asked a lot of stupid questions all the time, but that's why they exist, no? The whole point of a class Discord is that actually many people will start a spec, go into the class Discord, and that's their resource. Like, that's their first step of asking questions. It is amazing that people ask questions. You should. It's great. I'm so glad that you care enough about your spec to ask a stupid question. It's my job, if I'm a class Discord moderator, to handle it. If you ask me the same question 20 times, it's kind of my job to give you a good answer 20 times. Do you know what I mean by that? And that's the thing I have a problem with, is that there's a lot of people who are like, so they're like, well, you know, we just go check the pins and everything. And it's just like, yeah, but they're if that's their first time coming in there, it's like, yeah, be nice. Just be polite. Okay, nice, by the way. Done with this. My bags are terrible. Don't look at those. Yeah, I don't even think my warrior has a guild, by the way. I don't even have a guild. Look, there's no guild here. Nothing. This is old. I don't use this anymore. That was from a long time ago. But, like, yeah, I don't have a guild. I'm a warrior. That's why my hearth is a long cooldown. Assassin Milk. Onion Milk Discord. What's the fastest way to level? And Fox use for a minute. Got it. Fastest way to level is delves. You do the delve world tour. Like, I'll show you because I'm about to do a new character. So if I hop on, I wonder what character I do next. People get frustrated over time with actually running it because more and more tyrannical because they're trying to maintain the previous community. It's true. Yeah, I don't know. The more I've interacted with class discords, the less that I like being in there. Okay, so we have Druid here and here. We have these 3 maxed. Next is going to be DK, Demon Hunter, or Monk. Yeah, it's going to be one of these 3. Then I'm going to eventually do all of them, so it doesn't matter too much, though. Anime for life, Demon Hunter. Here, sure. That's what level as a priest. It's... Yeah, that's right. We can do Demon Hunter today. That's fine. My call out specific, and I'll take any advice from. Dude, so, like... Yeah. I feel like the game is so stale after a few days with actual end-game content. It depends how many characters you're leveling, because I will be very busy over the next few weeks. It might get a bit monotonous, but it will be... Ultimately, I have so much to do that I will be busy, busy, busy. We just hang out, vibe to music, get through the leveling. Luckily for me, though, I can stream and hang out with people, so it's not that bad. All right, my Demon Hunter is somewhat geared. Perfect. Surely bear title. I don't know. Me getting title depends entirely soon on whether or not I play the whole season. Like, you know what I mean? There's like no info on Prez. I think that in the Preservation Evoker Discord, there are a few people I know that actually do keys in there free. On beta, I did a 15. I tanked for Femboker. I know that Rai used to occasionally talk in there, and then I know Dragon Maid, Miyano. Miyano talks in there as well. Have we done the Grudge Pit spam? No. Is Grudge Pit good right now? I've only ever done the... What's it called? The Void Shadow Point one. That's the one I've done so far. But I don't know. It's not up right now. I have to wait for tomorrow. So you do 80, by the way. So here's the tech. I'm supposed to go get Dark Moon Fair buff, but it's okay. You're supposed to go kill all these bees. This is the way. This is the way. Yeah? Well, so like this last season's soon easy, right? Wait, why is this just saying Q? Did I mess up a macro somehow? One second. You go kill all these bees, and this is the fastest way to get initial experience. And you're supposed to group as many as you can in one pool. And you find other people who are doing it like this, and then you just go here, you tag, and let's see how fast this first level takes me like this, okay? Where's my bomb? Why is this over here? All of my things are wrong right now. It's weird. It's less than 2 minutes of prop value. Wait, really? Wait, that's pretty solid. 430k, whatever, with 40%. That's pretty solid, actually. It's like an hour per level. An hour per level actually ends up being a fair bit. It should be like 30 minutes. What is Darkmoon Fair? Darkmoon Fair is just 10%. It's just 10% experience. That's it, though. Yeah, so the idea is the faster... This is supposedly the best way to just get the first 80 to 81. You do these bees. You just mass pull them. But it would be better if you have a group because they don't scale with extra health. Oh, I am still in Eldrachi. Weird. It was like 5-man dungeons. Yeah, I feel like 1 hour per level is actually kind of slow. That's technically 10 hours, if you count that. That's tough. That's a tough ask. I don't know. I do want to find the fastest way, but I also do want to appreciate the fact that this is pretty cool, though. Yeah. There's basically what I want to do is, even if it's slightly inefficient, I just basically want to turn my brain off to level. Like, I don't want to have to think about it. It'd be so much better if I could just chat with people, hang out with people, maybe order some ice cream today, because we did raise the ice cream fund yesterday. That was good. Second best to delve is the optimized questing route. I don't like questing, so I won't do that. People done the math already. If you don't do those bees, you can also do Siren Isles. Yeah. So, the bees are one option. Siren Isles is another. Either way, this is my style of questing. Like, I just basically, it's like very brain off. You don't think about it, and it's not too bad. But this is pretty slow right now because this is not the right route. You're supposed to... It doesn't look like anyone else is here right now, so maybe I can make a group. Maybe it'd be faster if I did this. Custom. Wait, questing maybe? Custom bees? Competitive. Check looking for group. What would they be under? Under custom, yeah? People may have already had a group for it, you think? Because I'm a tank, like, it won't matter, but it looks like it's going to take me a little bit too long to kill all this. It's supposed to be 5 minutes. Like, people have said that this is like 5-minute leveling. But it takes me longer, it seems. Oh well. It's so bad waiting for the delve to come around. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Free, is I kind of wish, like, I would just do Shadow Point, but it's not up right now. You know? There's no way this is worth it. Why are you farming bees? It's supposedly the fastest way from 80 to 81. Yeah. Like, it's supposedly the fastest way from 80 to 81, because you still get experience from it. But it's better if you have a team, because it'll kill them, like, instantly. If you can do it, like, instantly, it's much better, obviously, though. It's decent as well. You already hit 2 bubbles in the time you're chatting. I know, but 2 bubbles is kind of slow. You got this info from... No, I got it from, like, trusted YouTube sources. I saw it on Instagram. It must be true. It has to be true. Which delve? It's... What's the actual name of the Shadow Point delve? What is the name of it? I mean, is it faster than to just... Is leveling as Holy? I would go Shadow, personally. I mean, Holy does do a lot of damage right now, but... No groups found. That's tough. Shadow Guard Point, yeah. Which is... But what is the name of the specific quest variety of that delve? Morning, Martin. There's the name of the actual... Like, the rotational thing. The story. For the one that you can spam. Yeah, this doesn't seem like... I mean, I've gotten 100k in what? 100k in like 10 minutes? But with my level and my scaling, it probably would be faster to actually just dungeon. Oh, it actually is Shadow Guard Point. I'll let 8 in like 4 hours and 50 minutes. What is questing? I don't want to quest. I don't want to do it. Don't make me quest. Not my thing. Oh, you can if you're sub. Sorry, if you're not sub, somebody has to allow it. What's up? Best way to level alts fast. Does it involve doing these bees first? It's not that bad. I mean, I've gotten 100k already. I just have to stop complaining pretty much. It's either that or I queue for a dungeon, you know? Just quested. Ugh, I don't want to quest. You just have to pull more of these bees. Oh, look, there's somebody doing it. All right, bring it. Come here. Yeah, we just... It's better if you find the other people who are doing this. There you go. Now it'll be faster. Can confirm Arc and TP takes you to Silverin when you leave the portal again, but it's 15 minutes cooldown now. Oh, okay. Not bad. Yo, what's up, Salty? The story you want is calamitous. Okay. I feel like the game is so stale for a few days. Oh, Heiser says you said that on YouTube, didn't you? Yeah. Always come to Twitch if I miss your YouTube comment, though. So I think that Noob actually beat you on the official longest sub that I've had. It's between you and Noob right now. And he beat you today, I think. Now since the second fix. Interesting. That is good tech, actually, because I don't always have my thing set properly. Alright, let me just check the area. Let me do a quick scan and see if anybody else is currently pulling some stuff. Doesn't seem like it. It looks like I'm the only one here, though. The Geek subbed. Yo. What's up? Thank you for that sub. Much appreciated. Okay, it looks like I am the only one here right now. So that should be good, because there should be a lot of enemies. But actually, this means that it will take longer. Here, let's see if we can just grab some people. See if we can do this here, though. We have to, like, mass pull these bees. But if you were a DPS spec, I think this would be faster. You got the 19 exactly. Crazy, it's been long. Wild. Who would have thunk? How's our anything? So the Argentina change makes sense. That is fair. I don't even have a house. I think I made a plot actually. But that's not true. One day off stream, I was like, I'm gonna make my house, and then I got through 2 quests of the tutorial and never went back. But it is cool. It's not the worst. I've gotten like 140k at this point though. Follower, dungeon, cantina, exit. Yeah. I don't want to do all that. Do. Ultimately, I think what I would like though, for what it's worth, like, I kind of wish that I wasn't stressed about leveling on my characters, because I do feel like it takes away from the enjoyment of WoW. And Xerxes, it depends how many characters you want to level in terms of, if World of Warcraft feels stale to you, it probably feels stale, because ultimately, you just don't have enough characters to level. Like, if you only had one character and you were already maxed, totally feel that. Because if you probably have everything done already, and then next week is not going to be anything new. So I would totally 100% understand why you would feel like, oh, do you know what I mean? But since I have so many characters to level, I imagine I will be leveling for a while. Stress less, that shit's on time. It's just knowing myself. Keep in mind that I also, when I don't stream, I have a goal. It's a bad goal. It doesn't work. I would like to point out that it specifically never works. But I kind of try to actually detox from WoW. Like, I try very hard to not sit at my PC. However, in the days that I didn't stream, guess what I was doing? Sitting at my PC, because I have to level. So, you know what I mean? It does feel like there is some rush a little bit. Because I have, like, it's like, okay, great, I've gotten all my tanks done. Excellent, now do all the healers. Oh, I've gotten all my healers done. Great, now do DPS. So it's like, there's just infinite amount to do. And then all the side quests for reps on alt. And I avoid some side quests. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I did that on my warrior. I did some side quests for the rep, for Silver Moon. But now I kind of have my reps almost done, so it's all good. It's a key to the instance bar, so yeah. It's okay. Eventually, I'll level. It'll take me some time. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. But I do actually think that queuing for a midnight dungeon might be faster than this. This doesn't seem crazy worth it. And then you delve World Tour early on. I don't feel like this is actually that fast if you don't have people doing it with you. To be honest with you, I don't think this is like crazy fast. Does anybody want to run dungeons today potentially on Alliance? I'm level 80, so I will own. Well, I mean, I'm the tank, Salty, so you know, all good. You want to level some, Salty? That's what I'm doing today. You got Alliance? Not that they have sleepy. No problem, no problem. You don't have to. Only if you want to. Yeah. Bring it. We'll do it. The real question is whether I'm ordering ice cream today. That is a real question. Yo, what's up, Enyo? Artemir mentioned. Yeah, I'm super excited to do that video with him today. Very, very, very excited. Extremely. I think that that's going to be a giga video. I don't know. I hope that people who watch my videos are going to click on it, because I know it's not a guide. It's not a Mythic Plus thing. It's not like a competitive thing, but I actually just think that it is so important to have that. Do you level to 90 or do you also try to max gear? I'm going to just eye level. Like the second I hit 90, I basically log out and go to the next character. So let me go get Darkmoon Fair buff, and then let's see how long this happens. Clickbait them? What do you think I should do? I'm curious about your chemistry. I guess, Enyo. Do you think that it would be a problem? You think it could be problematic, Enyo? Or do you think in a good way? My streak was only 15 months. Crazy. I don't really consider, like, when you found me, like, that's not when I started streaming. That's not when. I feel like I really started streaming in 2025, you know? Problematic in a good way. Yeah, maybe he'll bring out potentially the worst in me, and I'll bring out the best in him. Or vice versa. Who knows, you know what I mean? The secret to having fun in World of Warcraft featuring Artemir. No, like, that's not even enough clickbait. I think it should be midnight is good, ? That's what I think it should be. Ooh, is baby. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, what if I just have to say, like, slay. Is that what I have to do? I'm not sure about this. Uh, I think it should be something like, is midnight bad? Or is midnight good? Or like midnight. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta say like girl and slay. Exactly, that's right. Just be yourself. Art will bring the game. I know. The thing is that I'm not actually worried about it. I will just be myself, and that is what I do all the time. Trust me, Enyo. Even in job interviews, I'm still myself. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. Alright, Dark Moon Fair is still active right now, so let's go ahead and get this. I think that this is the last day, though. I think you and Pilov? Is that the fitness dude, Jeff? Could be. Interesting. Ends tonight. So we have 1 day of using this. I wish it was up tomorrow for the Shadow Point Delve. Yeah. Could be. That combo frightens me. Well, one of them brings the slay, and one of them brings the ooh, right? You can store the buff if you log off. This is tech, all right. I can't get the what's it called, though? I won't be able to get the Dark Moon hat, but fair enough. So I should just bring... You're saying I should actually bring all my characters to get this? Because 10% is 10%. Oh, no, I missed it. Oh, I failed. I failed as a demon hunter. Now I have to go walk around the left as a pleb. Like a normal dude. Okay. So let me grab my hat and then here, though. But I didn't prep for midnight, that's why. I know. I was too busy playing beta and doing all this stuff. I didn't actually end up prepping properly. I know. I'm sorry. You know, prep is invaluable, Small. If you're going to engage with... You prep Dark Moon start rested experience, though? Yeah. It's not a bad idea. Could do it. Holy shit, I was playing without talents. That's why the bees were taking a while. Oh, so you're saying the bees were taking a while because I was playing without talents. Yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering about that. True, but Small, if they're a gentleman, it won't matter either way. Right? All right, so we're just going to go grab this. I'm going to buy 1 hat on the Demon Hunter. I believe I have a few tickets that I can transfer. Miscellaneous, some tickets over here. Right when you proc, you should buy... Yeah, of course. I played it a lot on beta. All right, so we have 30 tickets left in order to get a few of these, and I can obviously get some more if need be. Buy 1 top hat, go over here, and we're good. We'll do some on the demon. We'll see how far I can get with this. Whoops. Yeah, my bags are rough. Just ignore them. Dude, actually, do you know how... Okay, do you know when the last time I cleaned out my bags are? Because I just saw something. Oh my god, I'm about to out myself. Hold up. Are you ready? Small. Look at this last bag. Why in the world... Season 1 of Shadowlands. Correct. Season 1 of Shadowlands, because I casually have legendary powers in here. What is going on? What is this? Also, with my hearth down? That sucks. Yeah, dude. Wait, yeah, hold on. I'm just realizing I actually have the Shadowlands legendary powers. And Remornia. I have the quest from Sire to Nathrius. Why do I have this? I don't clean out my bags. I'm pretty bad at it, though. There's more damage than half the DPS. Yeah, no, it's getting nerfed, though. I made a video about it free, but that's 100% getting nerfed. Unfortunately, Guardian does not survive the next tuning pass. 100. I just hope they nerf it, reasonably speaking. They're going to nerf... I hope so. Yeah. There's a right way and a wrong way to nerf Guardian, and I'm praying very hard that they do it correctly. If they do it incorrectly, then Guardian's in danger. Like, it's not so good that... it can survive anything. Like, it does require a certain level of please tune this correctly. Let's go to Cinder Brew and then fly back. Because I used my hearth on accident. Yeah, I know. The thing with a spec like Guardian is that it's not always there. Can you explain why in the vid? Oh, yeah. So, basically. Alright. Guardian was very bugged. The history of this works like this. Guardian is one of the specs that was very bugged in beta testing. We reported all the bugs. We let them know that all of those existed. The bugs for Guardian accounted for like 20%, 25% DPS. And instead of fixing the bugs, they aura buffed Bear by 20%. And so we were like, cool, now we do some damage. Because it wasn't doing a lot of damage previously. And then they started fixing the bugs. So accidentally, Guardian got buffed by like 40 to 45%. And then on top of that, before they fixed the bugs, by the way, they also buffed certain talents to do even more. Right. So basically what we ended up with was accidentally too many buffs to the same ability. And now Ravage, and here, yeah. I love the change tooltip, just to mention it. It's still 100% yes and no. It is. So basically, yeah. What actually happened was this. Now we have Moonless Knight and Ravage doing too much damage. But the Sims and the single target DPS for Guardian actually is like 65%, maybe 70% of that entire damage is from a single ability, which is very clearly a nerf candidate. That never happens. Like, literally one ability is doing that much damage. You see the problem? So it's a very clear nerf candidate, but what they should do is nerf that ability by X amount. Like, that would be the right thing to do. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm hoping that they do instead of aura nerfing Bear, because aura nerfing Bear is not the solution. There are two hero talent specs. One of them is balanced reasonably, and the other one is simply doing too much damage. So that's the hard part. Yeah. Do I have a Lightsmith Holy Palette? I still have the ones from beta, but I haven't it's just the same ones I was using on beta. Probably like a few talent choices I would change now, Scraps, after all the tuning they've done to it. Okay. So we are now in Midnight. Do I want mine? Not at the moment. I'm good. How do you level your ults? So I thought about doing the bees from 80 to 81, but the very first thing I'm going to do is go do delves and /or some dungeons potentially. If I have a group to do dungeons, I'm pretty sure it'll be all right. Like, Salty, you want to come? Does anybody want to level a new ult through dungeons? Let's see who's around. If you want. Salty said he might want to come for this. So we could do this. You're 83, though. You're in a dungeon at the moment. Okay, so if you... No, I'm NA. NA or OCE. So the other thing that you do is this. You go into each delve and you complete them once. This is very important. You want to save these quests. Do not turn them in early. So you go do each delve a single time. They're very easy. They're not hard. Like, you just smash it. Like, look how quickly we can do this. Just pick up this quest. It is massive XP. Just don't do them early. You want to save that for max level, because that's when questing becomes a slog. So, wait, I need a bomb. I forgot to get this thing. So, if you just do the delve and you basically just smash through these, then it helps you a lot. You want to complete all 8 of the delves. This will give you about 2 entire levels from 88 to 90, almost. Yep. So, you just walk through here, though. But the key is doing these fast. If you actually take your time and try to do them properly, then it doesn't work as well. So the key is basically just doing this here, though. Don't forget to repair. Oh, well. Where are these bees located? Yeah, because of the time thing. Unfortunately, it is different stories. Is Calamity up? No, I think it's up the next day, because that's the best one for sure. I want to do it so bad. I think it's up tomorrow. We have stolen mana at the moment. Yeah, so basically, you just go ahead and you pull the whole thing like this, though. No, but I will. I thought Cell was updating. I heard that Cell was coming back, so I was excited about it. But if Cell is not coming back, then I guess I'm going to have to just use Dander's frames and stuff, though. GGB equals stolen mana during Darkling Fair. Yeah, I don't think stolen mana is worth farming, but there are some delves which I will just literally repeat on cooldown. I don't think Cell is coming back either, because they would have already updated, and that's kind of what I'm worried about. Yeah, so if Cell doesn't come back, I'll probably use Dander's frames. I used base frames for the entirety of beta, and to be honest with you, it really wasn't that bad. It was actually kind of alright. But this is clearly faster, by the way, than the bees I was doing. I wouldn't do bees. I would just do this, though. I've only done 3 Goldman. Yeah, I've only done 3, unfortunately. I don't think this one is that bad if I wanted to just spam it. Especially at lower level. I don't think this one is too bad either, actually. As a demon hunter, though. Yeah. You basically would pull everything, and then I wonder if you even reset or if you actually finish this one. You might actually finish this one, actually, for curiosity. Might be worth finishing. But I think the key would be the route. Like, I need to learn the route for it, right? And then I'm going to go over here. Well, these guys, I guess if they all chain to me, then it would be fine. I just shouldn't fight them like I did. I should fight all of them at the same time. Maybe this one is actually not so bad. Macroing a trinket to divine him. Yeah, you can macro trinkets. It's big tech. Not only macroing trinkets, by the way, but you can macro a lot of abilities, though. Max now? No. So I've done 3 at this point, though. Yo, what's up, cats? Hi, cats. How's it going? Hello, cats. I haven't seen you in forever. I hope you're well. Wait, cats, can I ask you a question now that you're here? Actually, I have a question, if you don't mind. What's up, Aladdin? Here's my question. Out of curiosity, what did you work on for Midnight? Because you are Le Blizzard. Like, you work for Le Blizzard. What did you do for Midnight? Are you allowed to tell me now? Wild username? True. So I've only done 3 characters to max at this point, though. You made most of Eversong Woods? Bro, that's so fucking cool. That's so awesome, because I was... Okay, so do you know Artemir, by chance? Cats, do you know who Artemir is? I don't know if you would or would not know. I obviously am a competitive Mythic Plus minded person, right? Yeah. Like okay. He is like a... He's a... let's call him a wonderful... He really loves WoW, but he loves it in a different way than I love it, right? My Panties just subscribed for 9 months in a row. Holy shit. Yo, thank you. Thank you, Panties. It's not weird. I'm sorry if you're listening on YouTube. If you're listening anywhere else, there's somebody on stream and that's his name. I'm not saying it randomly. Just listen. There's a reason it's his name. It's his name, okay? Basically, tonight, though, I'm making a little video with Art, and I want to ask him his perspective on Midnight, because my perspective is, it is a little long. I kind of wish leveling was easier for alts, but I think aesthetically, knocked it out of the damn park. Aesthetically, absolutely amazing job. Really. I think this is actually pretty fast for levels, though. Let's see how quick we can get this if we optimize a little bit more. You guys did such a good job. Silver Moon, by the way, best city I think that they've made in a very long time. Really, really like it. And I'm curious to get different perspectives on this, because the way that I play, I don't focus on aesthetics. I don't really look at tier sets. I don't really look at this. I don't really look at that. I just think about the game. Oh, I forgot the thing. I need to remember to actually get this each time. Does that make sense, though? Like, I want other people's opinions. Silver Moon is amazing, and I think the Eversong Woods are really, really strong. Well, one of the devs is right above you, Jeff, and that's Cats. And she, by the way, also streams a little bit, and she also does cool cosplay stuff. I feel like it's an actual crime that your cosplays do not get more attention, by the way, Cats, on your Instagram. Yeah. I think Silver Moon is really, 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 really good. I think it's amazing. Hey, Warble did Eversong. She's beast. I worked at all the buildings. It's really, really fantastic. I think that might be the actual best point of Midnight thus far. Not the story necessarily, not the campaign, not anything else aside from just straight up the actual art and the aesthetics of Midnight, I think. And this is from somebody who normally doesn't actually look at any of this stuff. Really, really cool. Yeah, well, it's endless. Like, I started doing the quests and I didn't even realize that Murder Row was a thing. And all of a sudden I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. No, they do not shadow. So actually they're all the same, though. I would say, sure, certainly I kind of wish that maybe ults were a little faster, but I think that's just us, Lou. Like, I think that's us, like Panties. It might just be a competitive player take that leveling is... Because I think that most people are really going to enjoy leveling right now. I think that might just be an us thing. No, I don't know if anybody else feels like this. Personally, though, this is the first time I've really felt like World of Warcraft is World of Warcraft. I don't know. There was something about Dornegal and Valdrakken that just didn't hit home for me. But this Silver Moon, I really am like, oh my god, it's WoW. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know if other people really relate to this. But Midnight, for the first time in a while, feels World of Warcraft-ish, and I just don't really understand how to say that, though. I liked Valdrakken, but it's not comparable to Silver Moon. You know, is it just that we're back in the real world? I feel like that actually is it, to be honest with you. This is not nearly as fast as the Shadowguard delve, but it's not the worst. It's actually a fair amount of experience to do this, though. Yeah, it gives me a lot more of the sort of nostalgic vibes of classic WoW. That is kind of a good way to put it. Anyways, you guys did such a good job. Massive respect. I hope that when I talk to Artemir tonight, that we can talk about how much better WoW is for the sort of casual players who really want other things to do. Because for a long time, there was a ton of people who just loved World of Warcraft for the open world content, but there wasn't much to do. Now there's housing, there's this, there's that, there's so much to do, I feel like. And they did such a good job, you know? When it comes to the delve, no, if I delve spam, it will just be, I think it's, you don't gain more experience from that, but we can do a few dungeons if you want to. What are the stats for Pres Evoker and Mythic Plus? Oh, Jimmy. Good. I can't say I'm up to date on this. I'm assuming it might just be Haste Mastery if there's any sort of actual HPS checks. Otherwise, Haste Crit works as well. But I think it depends a little bit on talents. In general, Pres doesn't tend to need a lot of Verse to survive keys. So the general philosophy for Pres is just you go Haste Mastery for healing, and then you go Haste Crit for normal stats. General philosophy. You want to do some dungeons? Scan. Yep. So we're a little behind on the leveling, but that's all right. Yo, what's up, Optima? Do. Hold up. All right, Salty, you coming? You coming, Salty? Pres are very tanky this season. Don't struggle with HPS checks often enough. We have to run Mastery. I'm curious to know in high keys whether you will. Free, in my opinion, I think in higher keys you might have to. But it's mostly just because... I played, by the way, I played Pres pre-scaling, pre-buff in Mythic Plus. I did every 15 on beta with Pres. Dude, tough. You have until the 24th to level. I have like 10 more characters to level Caesar. He's a problem. He's a problem. No, Caesar. I don't know about that. I have a feeling that I will be leveling until the actual last part of the entire season. Wait, you leave the group. Was I... Hold up, was I in a group somehow? Salty's here. I just want to be a Blood Elf. Bad time to switch mains from Wrestler Druid to Holy Paladin? Nah. You're already in the group? Oh, my bad. Here we go. We were already in a group. My bad. I didn't see it. My frames are off. I didn't set my edit. Right. I think it's like this one that I made. Yeah, there we go. It's better. Wrestler Druid feels so good. Okay, just remember, a lot of things will feel good in Mythic 0. A lot of stuff is going to feel very good in Mythic 0. Don't get baited. This is big bait. Big bait. What's up, Shago? How's it going? How are all the pets? Are you Alliance or Horde? I am Alliance. We'll see how fast this is. Start the timer. Let's see how quickly we can actually get through this. I will pull massive. But we just have to pray. It's a little bit RNG, you know? Yeah. So there's Mythic 0 will skew results a lot, and you just have to be aware of the fact that it will skew results a lot. Like, it's very, very important to understand that... Wait a second. Why don't I have 2 charges of spikes? What weird talent build am I somehow running here? So, I mean, we can do, like, big pulls and stuff, because I'll be immortal. Wait a second. What the hell? What am I running? I didn't even check. I just hit starter build. I actually was just big starter build gameplay. I don't know if I just like the proactive gameplay. You should pick based on gameplay, because they said specifically that they're going to tune March 17th, but we don't actually know what that means. Does that make sense? Like, we have no idea what March 17th tuning is going to be. It could be terrible. It could be fantastic. They could nail it, or they might really, really, really mess things up. It's very, very impossible to say. But so right now, you should play what you have fun with, because the actual meta, maybe it's like Holy Priest, Blood DK, and the Arms Warrior. Maybe that ends up being meta. And the reason that that could happen is because those things need buffs. But if they need buffs at the moment, then the chances that they're going to get those buffs are high. Vengeance damage, maybe, we'll see. I think that Eldrazi could use a look at being super dead. It might be. I mean, I think they've done a very good job recently of balancing the game, but historically, they tend to overbuff and overnerf like crazy. So it seems unlikely to me that they're going to get it perfect. I'm just scared because some of my favorite specs are actually on the chopping block, like Guardian Druid, obviously. I'm very scared for Guardian Druid. I think this could be bad. So we'll see. I think that the Rogue here looks like he is a lower level, so... But yeah, Cats, if you're still here, I think you guys did such a good job. Massive respect. I can kind of see now why the end of the War Within sucked. The end of the War Within sucked so that we could get Midnight. That was the negotiations that we had, you know? Boss Krell, yo, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. All subs contribute to my chronic ice cream addiction. This is, every single sub is just like, sweet, more ice cream for me. Yeah, but actually, I kind of see it, though. Yeah. I guess I could see how much effort was put into Midnight. I think the War Within, if that was the sacrifice, then that's cool. I thought Koresh was super pretty, but a lot of people apparently didn't like it, and I feel like it got a lot of flame because of how difficult it was. Wait, what's this? Gifted subs. Wait, you're giving out gifted subs, too? Thank you. You get the pet, by the way. I do have drops enabled. I just don't have it in the title. But if you want the seal pet, you got it. Yo, thank you for the gifted subs. Lamb Chops got a sub. Nice. Koresh, I thought Koresh was amazingly beautiful. However, I happen to know that a lot of people... I think it was the flying around, right? Did you... Wait a second. You added Easter... It's so cool I get to talk to you about it. Wait, Boss Krell, thank you for the gifted sub, dude. Appreciate it. Does this mean I'm ordering ice cream today? Is this big ice cream energy? I was enjoying Dairy Queen yesterday, actually. I think Dairy Queen was really good. This way. This, by the way, seems like decent time for leveling, as long as we are actually doing enough damage. Ooh. Do you want to give me a hint on the Easter eggs? I kind of have already done most of Eversong, so I don't think I'll be going back there a little bit, though. I feel like Koresh maybe was not incentivized correctly, because it was very pretty. What was your favorite ice cream? I have very fond memories of dulce de leche from Haagen-Dazs in America. Okay? Yeah. Dulce de leche, Haagen-Dazs. I have very fond memories of this, and the reason I have fond memories is because it was one of 2 times in my entire life that I actually became truly sugar high. Please tell me I have cheat code. Okay. Yeah, I was about to lose my Dark Moon Fair buff. What's your opinion on the... What's up, Boss Scrub? On the Prot Warrior hero talents, though? Okay, so basically, here's what's up with the Prot Warrior hero talents. I'll tell you, actually. I can answer this question. I think Colossus is actually good numbers-wise. Colossus is fine. The problem with Colossus is this. It is the literal worst tank in the game at Snap Threat. It's actually unplayable in Pug's Boss Krell simply because, okay, its aggro is so bad. Now, its damage and actual individual numbers are totally fine, but it's borderline unplayable in Pug, so... What's up with the fatality sound? Wait, what do you mean fatality sound? What fatality sound? Fatality! Wait, what do you mean? Fatality! Aliador, on YouTube, there shouldn't be any fatality sound on... The only audio that goes through to YouTube should be the actual in-game audio. Like the World of Warcraft audio. Is there a weird fatality? Watch your step. That sound is from Bug Grabber? Oh, shit! Wait, hold up. You guys have been listening to some... Hold on, let me fix it. It's spamming fatality? Oh, shit. My bad. That's I can't hear it, because I don't actually play with game mode. Hold on, let me... That's hilarious. I had no idea. Oh, my bad. Thank you for letting me know. Here, I can just disable audio for now. Oh, shit. Dude, yeah, wait, hold up. Has YouTube just been listening to this the whole time? Oh, shit, my bad. Dude, wait a second. Has that been on the entirety of YouTube stream thus far? And no one told me? And 0 people told me? No one actually mentioned this for the last hour? Dude, yo, thank you. Is that better? Now there's just no game volume. Are we all good now? Hey, yo, my bad. Yeah. You gotta hire some YouTube mods. Shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea. Keep in mind, I play with no game volume. I just jam the music when I play. Even in the actual season, by the way, I don't play with game volume. Oh, sorry. My bad, guys. Thank you for letting me know now. This is like, I've always been a big believer, personally speaking, that if I have like a bunch of boogers hanging off my nose, you gotta tell me. It's not rude to point this out. It's actually polite. Because if you're afraid to like check somebody on all this stuff, then actually you're doing them a disservice. So I've always been like a huge believer that the right thing to do is to actually just let people know when this type of stuff is happening. But I know a lot of people, it makes them very uncomfortable. However, please, if I ever show up to stream and you're just like, hey, woo, you got a little something. It's like, please let me know. Yeah. I don't take offense to that, though. I don't take offense. Yeah. Okay, hold up. I think that this is actually pretty good XP. If we're killing this dungeon pretty fast, though. We gotta see if this rogue wants to come do this more, though. What's up, Rhodes? Okay, I'm sorry. YouTube, yeah, that should be so much better now for YouTube. My bad. Why don't I have Vengeful Retreat? What is this starter talent build? This is like the weirdest. I just did starter talent build, but this is super wrong. What am I not playing? Hold up. I guess I don't have chains. It's not the worst talent build in the world, though. What's with all the damage? Is the Disc Priest top now? No. This is a scaling thing right here, though. It does, yeah. I just didn't even think about it. Yep. No. It wasn't like planned. I haven't actually made a build. I'm level 81. We're just zooming. Definitely Eldrachi is dead until they buff it or fix it. And also, that is a Holy Priest, and Holy Priest does big damn right now. This is a big damn moment. Yeah, the Holy Priest is actually pumping. He just cheered 100 bits. Nice. This is bits for squats today. All right, bet. I owe you 5 squats. I can actually do them while we're fighting this boss. Wait, watch this. Look at this. I got this. I have a plan. Yeah, Holy Priest also probably getting there. Wait, watch this. I got it. Ready? Okay. 1, 2. Cool. 3, 4, 5. I have no idea what this looks like. Easy. 6. Oh, wait, no, there's only 5. Done. No problem. Easy does it. Should we actually try to do more of this? Because that group was pretty good. Oh, no, everybody left already. Oh, well. Want more? Let me ask. If I tab over, my tank is doing squats mid-boss, I'm leaving the key. Nah, easy. Oh, I left party too. I'm sorry. I messed up. I thought it was supposed to port me out. Priest damage breakdown? It's just Holy Fire and Smite. It's just Holy Fire. That's all they do. I can probably hold like a squat in the middle of most things, though. Yeah, I'm sorry, Salty. Here. Okay, not bad leveling. That was actually pretty decent, to be honest with you. But that was also a good group, so we had people who were doing damage, though. Yeah, it's scaling, though. You got to remember, when you look at these detail meters, especially in these lower keys, it's scaling. The biggest thing to understand is just how impactful they've decided to make scaling, which is weird, by the way. Like, it's very strange. But remember, the lower level you are, the way, way better you end up doing. Thank you, by the way, for the bits. And Boss Krell, thank you again for the gifted subs. That was very nice. Very kind. Much ice cream. Much thanks. Okay, let me just fix this talent build, because where the hell is Vengeful Retreat? Like, what's going on here, man? I don't actually need Misery. I want Vengeful Retreat. Continue, please. Thank you. What's up, Battle? Hey, Battle. And then I want Chains. Give me Chains at least. And then we're good, though. Yo, what's up, Mr. Lobster? If Battle comes, Lobster comes. You know what? I had Lobster for the first time the other day. It was alright. It was alright. It was okay. Wasn't the best thing I ever had. I thought it was going to be better. I honestly thought it was going to be better. There's this, like, super fancy buffet that I went to. It was, like, $40 here. It was, like, a 5-star buffet. And they had, like, creme brulee on tap. On top of the fact that they had creme brulee on tap, they also had Wagyu steak also on tap. Amazing, right? And not only that, but they had a bunch of other stuff, too. And I was just like, damn. What was my favorite from the buffet? Easy. So I don't know if you know this, but I have like 17 Michelin stars. And what happened was, right, I discovered a true culinary delight when I went to this buffet. If you take creme brulee, okay, this is the trick. Yeah, 17 Michelin stars. It's totally true. Don't fact check it. Basically, if you take creme brulee and you put it on Wagyu tenderloin, it is potentially one of the literal best things that you could possibly consume in this world. Unbelievably delicious. Very, very delicious. Very yummy. So yeah, it's basically creme brulee steak. You just have to combine the two. It's like the creme brulee. You know, like, have you ever seen Shokugeki no Soma? Yeah. Have you ever, by chance, have you seen Shokugeki no Soma? You know that show? It's the cooking show, the anime. That was me in this buffet. That's how good it was. We're not gonna do like some crazy route here. I just want to get these guys. And go free the other ones. Go free those. Nice. Yeah, you put creme brulee on top of steak, and, like, trust me, if anybody tells you that it's not good, the only reason they're telling you it's not good is because they're lying. And they're trying to keep the secret recipe to themselves. That's a shame, right? Yeah. That's what they're doing. They're not being honest with you. They're trying to keep this experience themselves. I actually might go back next Sunday. I like the fact I'm trying to have some friends in real life. And I have 2 friends, and they're actually guys. And I've never really gotten along with guys before, mostly because, I have a hard time getting along with sometimes, like, you know, like men, because I'm not exactly a very masculine person. And I'm like, yo, like, the red team did so good yesterday. And they're like, no, we root for the blue team. And I was like, well, the blue team did so good yesterday. And they're like, no, they suck. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, because we hate the blue team. And they're like, no, we love the blue team. And I was like, wait, what? You know what I'm talking about? It's just a little awkward for me. I have a hard time sometimes relating to these individuals. Yeah, I like the sports ball, exactly. Now, here's the thing, okay? I do have, however, a few of these individual male friends, and I haven't seen them very much recently. I think I should fix that. So I asked if they wanted to hang out. Now, we had some choices, right? Like, we could obviously head down to the Tree Fitty Club. I don't actually know if that's a thing, but that's what they say these days. So I could do that, or I was like, that doesn't seem good. So instead, no, they don't play WoW. I haven't seen them in like 6 months, to clarify. So we were thinking about what to do, and I was like, all right, there's this really cool buffet. Do you guys want to just go to like a buffet? I took Kitty there for Valentine's Day, and I was like, it's about $40. They've got like really good food. Do you guys just like want to go hang out at a buffet? And they were like, yeah, sounds good. So we're all going to go to a buffet in like a week. That's the plan. We're just gonna meet and hang out at a buffet, which I think is a great plan. Yep. That's what I'm thinking about though. Is there a time limit? Nah. It's I can't believe it should be, by the way, this buffet should be like $200. Because they have like you can get infinite lobster. Not only, by the way, infinite lobster, infinite Wagyu steak, infinite creme brulee, infinite this, like whatever you want, they will have. The chef actually, because I have certain food allergies and stuff, the chef literally came to me and was like, "What can I get you? Would you like anything individually? I'm like, could we get you this sauce different?" And I was like, "Oh, it's okay, thank you." And then, no, I can't. I'm not allowed to have gluten or fiber. It's weird. The fiber thing is much weirder than the gluten. And so they were like, "We can just craft you a special sauce just for you." And I was like, "I'm spending $40. Like, are you sure?" Basically, it's at like a super, super crazy 5-star hotel. And that hotel is ridiculously expensive. So it's like a very nice, though. No fiber. Better than I ever had. But that's because I didn't know I had genetic problems for a long time, Kamikaze. And before I figured that out, I had like terrible stomach issues my entire life. And it was actually not until I stopped eating fiber that my stomach actually worked without significant medical interference. Like, to clarify, like, I used to have to go to the hospital for this. Like, that's the thing that I think people don't really understand is there are some people who are like, "Oh, like, I have IBS." And it's like, no. Like, I almost had to get surgery to get my intestines removed and go on a feeding bag at one point. Like, it was really bad. Like significantly bad. Like, we're not like normal bad, but like, yeah. Like, I was hospitalized bad. You know what I mean, though? So that was really tough at different points. And it took me a long time to learn why I had that issue. Because it's really weird. Like, I'm not 80 years old and stuff. Like an enzyme? Nope. It's because I have a connective tissue disorder called EDS. And I have this thing called gastroparesis. So look at this, my fingers. Look at the screen. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boop, boop, boop. I'm very bendy. So, yeah, basically, though. My intestines don't move. Like peristalsis, I have incredibly delayed gastric emptying. It's basically like I have a permanent Ozempic. It's kind of like that. Like it's sort of similar, but like an extreme version of it where they did a test and the only way they actually diagnosed this was you have to eat radioactive eggs. Yeah, it's basically like that. You have to eat radioactive eggs and they take an X-ray after 1 day, after 3 days, and after 5 days, and they basically just see how quickly things move through your system, right? Everything, Aladdin. Yeah. It's harmless, but they can track it with an X-ray to see just quickly like how things are moving through you, and yeah. So the idea though is by the first day you're supposed to have cleared like most things from your system, right? Yeah, the glow in the dark eggs. And then by day 3, by day 5, I had like almost all of them were still in me and they were like, "The fuck?" They straight up were just like, "Have you like what are you doing wrong?" And I'm like, "I'm not doing shit. That's the problem. That's why I'm here." Great pun, by the way. But no. So anyways, they figured out that yeah, my intestines don't move properly, so the solution was stop eating fiber. And when I stopped eating fiber for the first time in my entire life, I was like, I am not in terrible amounts of pain and discomfort. Yeah, I don't think, again, like the amount of tests and medical intervention that I had to do is wild. Like some people have just never had to shit out water balloons before, and it shows, all right? Yeah, no fruits, no vegetables, no grains, no nuts, no seeds, no legumes, nothing, no fiber. I can tolerate these days, I've noticed that I can tolerate very small, like if I want to have a little bit of chocolate, like I can have it, even though chocolate has some fiber. But in general, yeah, no fruits, no vegetables, especially definitely no insoluble fiber, and very, very limited soluble fiber. I have to cook everything myself. Yeah, but it basically fixed the vast majority of my issues, you know? It was actually crazy how much it helped me, though. I'm not saying Alan than Platinator. I actually think that Platinator is really all that you technically need for what it's worth. That's like the only thing that is, I think, required. Everything else is optional. Like MDT, sorry, get MDT Lightbringer if you don't have it. MDT is another one that's like, you should have that. But yeah. It's not for everyone, but I have to eat it. It has made a significant difference in my life, and it has been many years. Not opposite for me though. Season 4, what? Yeah, look up the. You can look up the rankings if you want. I think that included pre-patch IO, but yeah, I played Prez back in the day, Gubby. Way back in the day. I have many clips if you want proof. Rankings of what? The Mythic Plus. Like Raider IO. To be fair, it was a Resto Druid season and nobody was playing Prez. But yeah. You can go look it up if you want. No one was playing Prez. It was like me, Rye, and I think Kig was playing them too, and then Krive. But Krive is not NA. When I started streaming, actually, all I did was play Prez. Season 3? Yep. Season 4 of Dragonflight. When isn't a Resto Druid season? I mean, Resto Druid isn't always dominant. It has... Resto Druid is weird. It technically has stuff, though. Yeah, I think Prez is super fun, to be honest with you. No way we're clicking our buttons? What's wrong with clicking your buttons, Blitz Crankdat? Why not? What if I like clicking my buttons? Have you thought about that? Have you considered? What if I like clicking my buttons? Also, this is a brand new character, and I don't even think I have my keyband set up properly. Personally, on VDH, actually, I like being able to target my sigils manually, because otherwise I kind of miss sometimes. Could just be a practice thing. I think that Prez is super fun. I do wish that it got a little bit more love, however, for Mythic Plus. I think that Prez's big problem is that it, just like Blood DK, it has fundamental design issues, though. Yeah. So you're just learning this now? I was talking about this yesterday, though, that really the thing with World of Warcraft is people hate context. Have you realized this, Free? Free, you seem like somebody who plays at a high enough level. Yo, World of Warcraft players absolutely cannot stand context. They really, 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 really don't like it. You know what I mean? They just want to be told this good, this bad. They don't want to know why. They don't want to know, like, oh, in this situation, that could be good, whatever. No, no, no. No context. Just yes or no. And it's the same thing with, like, clicking and stuff. So, I have an injury to my hand for a long time ago. Yeah? I can't feel my fingertips. It severed the nerve and tendons. It healed, but it's not fantastic. Like, the nerve never fully recovered over here. Which is also why my mouse has one button. And it doesn't, I don't have like a 12-button mouse because I wouldn't be able to feel it anyways. And on top of that, my fingers are kind of bendy. So if I try to use modifier keys like shift or control or this, I actually almost always miss. So I am far less accurate instead of just clicking my rotation. Like, my left hand clicks rotation and my right hand actually goes ahead and clicks my cooldowns. I basically play like this all the time, though. Is WoW worth getting into? I think so, Kellen, for what it's worth. Like, I really like it, personally speaking. I don't know if WoW is for everyone, but my question for you would be, what do you want out of World of Warcraft? Like, let's say that you're considering playing it. What are you looking for? Because you can play WoW in so many different ways. You can play it as a cozy game if you're just looking to chill and collect cool things. You can basically play it like The Sims and just make really awesome outfits. There are so many different ways to enjoy World of Warcraft that it's kind of hard for me to answer without knowing what actually that you're looking for, if that makes sense. A cozy experience, but also wouldn't mind PvP and raids. I think so, yeah. I actually think that as long as you don't buy into the hype, like be careful about watching certain streams and watching certain raids and stuff like that. That's what I would be worried about, because a lot of people will tell you, just like anything, that you have to do it a specific way. You do not. You can totally play WoW as a cozy game. Many people play World of Warcraft as a very cozy, kind of just safe, fun game. You take your time leveling. It's the best time to get into WoW right now. The new expansion just came out, which means that everyone's at the same level playing field. Everyone is doing the same things together. And it's like, this is actually the best time to get into World of Warcraft. Yeah, if you're on Twitch and you're looking at different World of Warcraft streams, you just have to be aware that a lot of people are going to try to almost push you into playing the game competitively, and you don't really need to do that. Like, even what I'm doing right now, you don't have to do this. You can totally play it solo player. I would encourage you. I think WoW is best enjoyed when you do have friends. That's like the best way to play World of Warcraft, in my opinion, is actually just, you know what I mean? You came here because I was pretty? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I like to lure people in. I'm basically like a siren of old. I lure people in with my gyrating hips and my cute face, and then I sucker punch them with the autism. Don't clip that. I regret it. Not bad. Beta Mina is the only Prez on beta. It was like me and Miano. There wasn't actually a lot of people playing Prez on beta. It was weird. But also because there wasn't a lot of realizing, though. Yeah, Aladdin, I shaved. I know. I made choices. I did indeed shave. This would be the 4th level 90, correct. This is the 4th one. Weak. I know. But to be fair, I think that it does. I don't know if I'm really a beard sort of guy. It was a cool experiment, but I wasn't sure I was really willing to commit for another 6 months or whatever until it grew into like a wizard beard. I think I look cleaner. I think in general I look better without, but it's a shame. I almost kept the mustache. I did consider that, Aladdin, I will say. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I will say I almost kept just the mustache. It was a thought process that I had of maybe I would just do that. I ultimately decided not to do that because I was worried that I would be banned from all schools in my general location. The plus side, in my opinion, if I was going to keep just the mustache, is that I would never have to talk to children again. And that would be kind of nice because they can be very loud. Yeah, I just decided to keep it nice and clean. I think it was a good decision. I do have a photo. If any man has ever had a beard, all right? If anyone has ever had like a properly thick beard and you decide to shave, it's a canon experience that we all take photos of weird patterns, right? Like, for example, the first thing you're going to do is shave just like your beard, like just here, right? And then what happens is you have to take photos of you with mutton chops. You know what I mean? Hold up. Let me ask this log if he wants to do more. More? I only have a gym picture of my barrel and put on Discord. Okay, that's fine. Go for it. Is he Horde? He's Earthern. I don't know if he's Horde or not, but the Warlock is doing good damn. All right, cool. Next. Onwards and upwards. Good group. Getting your DPS to interrupt those, we get faster. I sleep. Yeah. Photo of half the face. I wish you good luck. I'm burnt out on leveling. Yeah, we have time, Nyans. Don't be too worried about it. We have a lot of time. This, by the way, is going by pretty fast. These dungeons, as long as they're quick, they seem to be pretty decent right now. And we got that Warlock. Nice. Very nice. Cool. These are not that bad. Like 1 hour of the Dark Moon Fair buffer. They're decent. At least they're pretty mindless. This dungeon is tough. That was a good one, Cheeky. I thought that quote was actually really good. All right, so hold up. I think that the key for this dungeon is not to overpull it because it actually hurts like real bad. Like tanks in particular just get clapped. I don't know specifically what everything actually does in here. But hopefully we just have enough damage. Because I remember I just died on my warrior. Check Discord. I will in a second, Aladdin. 1 second. I just remember that I just casually died when I was doing this, though. But I don't actually understand it because I didn't study this because it wasn't on beta. Prez is in such a weird spot. Like, I think I'm going to play it. And normally I level it because it's just my favorite healer. But I'm not 1,000% sure at this point if I will definitely play it or not. Like, I'm not convinced because... Do you think they'll fix it free? Like, do you think they're going to take a look at it? This is a normal leveling dungeon, Boss Crow. Easy, easy, easy. This is why we're pulling it like this, because I'm just leveling my 4th tank. I'm level 81. I've got not good gear, but decent scaling on our side, so we just do big pulls, and, oh shit, see, like, here, I'm just, like, dying casually. I must have some bleed on me or something that stacks. Hold up. I'm locked in. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I haven't proc my cheat death yet, but I'm about to die in this global, like right there. Yeah, I don't know what this is. There's some buff that they get or something. Let me fiery brands. Do you lose your buff? Yeah, if you die, you lose your Dark Moon Fair buff. But I don't know why. Like, this pull, it's not like our damage is low. Now you're on your 3rd. We have a lot of time to level, though. Yeah, there's some... What is this? Physical damage taken. Oh, increased by 240%. Yeah, that would explain it. Yeah, that's 240% damage amp. That makes a lot more sense, to be honest, though. Yep. That checks out. They buff Mirtha's Blessing. So personally speaking, I think that they messed up with what they decided to do to prune Preservation Evoker. Is it playable? Of course, but I actually think that removing Spirit Bloom and removing Communion made it worse. It made it harder to understand, not easier. And I don't think that was good. Do you know what I mean by that? Wait, what's this? Vendors of Myth will kill for this. Okay. I'm supposed to go over here and talk to this row snitch. And then you are in combat. I meld. I am no longer in combat. I played Prez in Hall of Fame, and it's like, this is the same spec. It's just weird. The thing is, not having Lifebind ramps. Wait, what is this? Heartstop Blade. Oh, I don't need this. Not having your Lifebind ramp actually makes it harder to play because it becomes more punishing. You don't have anything to... You only have rewind now if you mess up. Press seems fine towards raiding. That's the thing, Easy Vibes, correct. That is exactly right. Do you know who would be great to talk to about Prez, actually? I haven't seen her in a long time. You remember Eyelash? Yeah, I don't like the Blessing. I don't like the Apex talent myself. Numerically, it might end up being fine, but I don't like it personally. I've been rushing because of Dark Moon. Yeah, Dark Moon's going away soon, but the truth is that it will end up being all right. The Dark Moon is not the craziest advantage. It is nice, but it's not like you absolutely crazy need it or anything like that, though. Yeah, it does worry me that they just won't really find a way to fix it for keys in the same way that Blood DK and Brewmaster both have a design problem, not like a tuning problem of just if they design it so that it's good, then it will always be too good. So they tend to lean toward it being not that good. You know what I mean? And that is sad and problematic. Okay, so I'm dying. What is this? Interesting. Wish I could stand playing Prez. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I can teach you how to play Prez in a pretty brief amount of time, you know? What's up, Bunker? Great new video with Shaw. Thank you. Genuinely awesome collaboration. Very, 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 very happy I got to talk to him. He also taught me a lot just in general about like making thumbnails and stuff. So hopefully my thumbnail game improves a lot. Very cool, by the way. He is very cool. He was actually great. Yep. I had never really met him before that, by the way. That was my first time actually getting a chance to really talk to him. And I didn't know him personally. Cool guy. Yeah. I think that the only way they would ever fix specs like Prez or like Blood DK, either They have to disable group buffs in Mythic Plus, or they give everything a group buff in Mythic Plus, or they tune outside of Raid. That's the other option, by the way. They could also do that. If they tune outside of Raid, then it would be possible to actually get it right. That makes sense? That's another option. That they could just add separate tuning for Mythic Plus and Raid. Easy. Done. Wouldn't that make sense? I don't actually understand their unwillingness to do that. It seems like it would just be... It would just make sense, would it not? To just basically have... Because there are already some things on there. Like, there are some things like, oh, in Raid, this does X amount more or less. No, I mean, even the group buff is nothing, you know? How are you meant to use a level skip from Sidormi? And does it only work if we haven't accepted a question from the scouting board? What do you mean leveling skip? Can you clarify for me what you mean by that? They do PvP modifiers. Correct. And I'm not saying they have to actually tune every single spec to be perfect. I am saying, however, that they should do something. Hold up. Let me pay attention, because these guards actually kind of hurt. I don't think I'm supposed to get hit by this. Yeah, I think you just have to finish the campaign, right? Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what else you have to do. The campaign skip? You just go talk to her. Yeah, you should just be able to go talk to her, though. Exactly, and I think I think they could do that, though, right? The leveling skip is for the campaign, not side quests. True. Other spells like Monk's Revival, or even Tranquility, or whatever. You have to be level 90 to do the skip as well. I thought... I don't know. I don't know about this one. All the campaigns already accepted adventuring. I think if you accept adventuring, you might actually be stuck in adventuring. I don't remember how that works, but I vaguely remember something like this. I am unsure. You ask other people, just because I've had so many other things going on in my real life that I haven't really been up to date with exactly. I just want to know fastest way to level, and then I'll enjoy it as best that I can. But mostly I just want to know fastest way to level right now, though. Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, no, Boss Krell, they are super broken. They're going to get nerfed, so don't worry. For what it's worth, they're absolutely getting nerfed, which is sad. But hopefully they nerf them correctly, because if they nerf them incorrectly, then Guardian Druid won't be able to really recover from that. But overall, they will be tuned soon, so don't worry. We just don't know how much they're going to get nerfed by. Like, the nerfs are coming. The nerf bat, well, Guardian Druid getting bonked fucking hard. But we don't know exactly how they're going to tune it. Someone did a YouTube video on how bear tuning could work. I did one. Yeah, I did. Me. That's me. I did that. Oh, wait a second. Are you advertising for me? Oh, thank you, Punk. I realized what was happening there. Yeah. Clever. Clever. Well, okay. So, unfortunately, by the way, interestingly enough, they recently hotfixed, without saying anything, the Apex talent. And because they hotfixed the Apex talent, Raze is now strong for Elun's Chosen. So you will have to probably play it, but we'll see what the tuning looks like. I wouldn't really be too concerned about it until we see what happens. If that makes sense, though. Yep. Okay, so who needs wine? I need to get the cheese. Cheese. What's up, Flop2K? Hey, Flop2K, how do I speak like a young person? What do I have to do to talk like a young person again? Can you help me out with this? Do you like the tier 1? Yeah, I do. I do, Kronos, and I will totally do it. The problem with it is that it's not up all the time. So I don't have access to it like right now. I have to wait. I think it's up tomorrow. So tomorrow would be a day. It's like, hey, this is a perfect day to just basically turn your brain off for a second and just sit here for 5 hours and level a character or two. That's the idea, right? I missed it last time, which was unfortunate. So the next time it's out, I'll take my Death Knight through it probably, though. I'm 31, mate. It beats me. Ah, fuck. I'm trying to learn how to sound young again. Because basically now I'm old. No, don't ignore me. You gotta help me out here. I need the inside information. Somebody knows something. Somebody knows something. I gotta be like, oh, like, what, how do I sound young? I'll be like, oh, like, follow me on TikTok, right? Is that, I have to talk about TikTok more often? Or what? Is it like, what's N64? Is that like a rapper or something? Like, what do I have to say? Like, how do I do this? Is the Grudge faster? I don't know if the Grudge Pit is nearly as fast as Shadow Point, but I'd be down to look at it at least. Just occasionally say 6-7. Just be authentic, please. No, don't worry, guys. I'm obviously kidding. Talk about Riz and stuff. Dude, I talk about Riz all the time. I specifically talk about Riz because you know me, Soap. You've been on my stream for long enough. Listen, my special skill is to Riz. Like, that's my whole thing. I Rizm with the Tism. But if you don't like the Rizm from the Tism, then I definitely don't Riz, in fact. I actually don't. I don't know how to do that. I can only Riz if you like the Tiz. Good morning, Onos. Hey, Onos. Rizzle for Rizzle? I don't know what that... Yeah, I can only Rizzle for Shizzle. But I don't know what that means, actually. I'm just quoting things now. Well, there was, like, that one dude. He was, like, super cold and shit. What was his name? Ice Cube? Wait, no. Sorry, bad joke. They're gatekeeping the other word for the non-high schoolers. Fun fact, I actually met Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube when I was younger. Believe it or not, I did actually know them in real life. Yeah. This is a random fact, but I not only that, but I was actually behind the state. I was behind a lot of the American Idol filmings. I was behind the stage, like in the green room, and I was too young. I didn't know anybody, by the way. But what happened was the reason I liked going to all of the what's it called? Is because they had free peanut M&Ms. And this is the only thing I remember from being in the green room, like behind stage for American Idol filming. Had like, yeah, exactly, Bolt. So the thing is, right, they had free peanut M&Ms. And I was like, this is the best day of my life. Because I love peanut M&Ms. Because I just like, if it had sugar, I liked sweet things. Illidan is kind of laggy tonight. Lame. Illidan? Oh, the realm. I thought you meant the character. I was like, what's wrong with the character? Oh, my bad. I see. Oh, woo, Snoop Dogg? Yeah. That's a collab. It's coming out next week. Yeah. Check out my new single, Is Fire. Is that still... Did I get it right? It's Fire. My new... you gotta check out my new single. And, I was on American... No. I was backstage because my dad worked for American Idol. So I was backstage eating all the peanut M&Ms. Like, if you ever went to an American Idol filming and you were like, bro, where'd all the peanut M&Ms go? That was me. That's my legacy. That's the only thing that I can... That's my reputation. Big peanut M&M enjoyer. Until I was older, and then I realized that I liked larger nuts. Yeah, exactly. I know a lot of people were also backstage, and they kept wondering where all the peanut M&Ms were. That was me. Doom. Oh, damn. I'm just getting... Guys, I'm getting it all out now so that when I actually go make the video with Artemir later tonight, this doesn't happen. I have to get it all out right now. You got to help me out because I'm going to record that. I'm actually really excited to do this, though. What's up, Galaxy Penguin? Holy fuck, Galaxy Penguin, I have words for you. Galaxy Penguin. This was the greatest misunderstanding of my entire fucking life. I need to ask you a question, Miss Galaxy Penguin. Did you or did you not message me on Instagram a few months ago? I need to know the answer to this. Did you or did you not message me on Instagram a few months ago? I need context. Just say yes or no. That's all I need to know. I just need to know. This is critically important. Because somebody messaged me something on Instagram, which yeah. Okay, listen. Someone messaged me something, and I was like, and their name was your name, and so I thought it was you, and I asked them if it was you, and they were like, yeah, that's me. And I was like, oh my God. And then it turns out that many, many months later, they were like, oh no, that's not me. And I was like, I thought for months that it was you. Because they said yes. I was like, are you Galaxy Penguin? And they were like, who's that? And I was like, no, but they said yes originally. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense because I was pretty shocked. So what happened was their name was Leslie something. I won't tell you what their name was Leslie, and I had just made the Instagram, and they opened the conversation. Yeah. I don't know how to say this properly. It was just shocking. It was not expected, okay? It was just very unexpected. Okay, hold up. I need to know. Yeah, hold on. You message me now. What's your name on Instagram? This is critically important. It should probably go under requests or something. Okay, yeah. See, all right. Listen. Yes, it's possible that one or two people know what happened. Okay? It's possible that one or two people did know because I was sent just basically, I don't know how to put this. I can't really talk about it. But all I can tell you is that I was sent a minute-long video by a Leslie, and it was graphic, and I was like, normally I don't respond to those things, but I thought it was you, and so I was like, yo, what's going on here, Galaxy? And it wasn't you. And that makes way more sense now. I'm not going to lie. This makes so much more sense. I really was confused. Now this is now I'm so glad that you've shown up today so that I can clarify this very pressing situation with you. Yes. This makes a lot more sense. Yep. That's the one. Yes, I'm so glad. I was also bamboozled simply because I did think it was you for a second. And I was like, holy, yeah, that makes way more sense. Now, Galaxy, I will specifically message you the context of this, but no one else. This is a sensitive subject. But if you are curious, Galaxy, there's a reason that I am clarifying this, okay? No, it's way more than you think it is. Okay? No. All right, Galaxy, would you like to know? That's what I thought. No, I can't share it with the class. I refuse to share it with the class. I will not. But there you go. Now Galaxy knows. And Galaxy is the only one who will know. All I'm saying is I thought it was you for a second, and it wasn't you. And that makes a lot more sense to me. Now I understand. Yes. I will not share it with the class. You guys will just have to be wondering what this was for the entirety of time. It is what it is. I don't make the rules. Yep. It's worse than that. It's whatever you think it is. Trust me, It was very, I'll call it impressive. I'll say it didn't bother me. It was just impressive. Let's put it this way, okay? I'll just say I was impressed, and it takes a fair bit to impress me. Like, I'm the sort of person, I like life, right? I like life, but this is a particular impressive, you know? No. Way worse than that. This is, I've received many of those, but no. Specifically, way worse than that, okay? Here's the thing. Significantly more than that. Yes, significantly more. Oh, no. Oh. I've made mistakes. My bad. Oh, yeah. The context is not making this any better. Galaxy. That's why I was so shocked. I was like, that's why Galaxy, because I thought it was you for a second, and I was like, and they opened with that, by the way. Yeah, they opened with that message, by the way. There was no context, there was no hello, how are you? It wasn't anything like that. It was just straight up, and I was just like, because what I said is they sent me the video, and then I said, Miss Galaxy Penguin, is that you? And they were like, yes, and I was like, okay. I didn't know that you were into this. And they were like, you're welcome. And I was like, okay, so very, very fair, respect, but also I have a girlfriend. So, you know, we're going to ixnay this. And they were like, all right, just let me know if you want any more. And I was like, I'm good. Thank you. And that was the conversation. And yep, that's how that went. And I was like, okay. And have a great day. Yep. No, Galaxy, it wasn't you. It was just confusing because what I thought, there was a lot going on. All right. Yeah. Send voice form pics. Oh, I forgot to extend my buff with the top hat. Oh, well, I'll go back and get the next Dark Moon. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, now that we're done with that, what were we talking about before this subject? Yeah. So, you know, because Galaxy, the one thing I will say is this. Here is something I can tell you, okay? It's always the quiet ones that are, how do I say, Neapolitan. Would you agree with that? In general, would you I think this. I definitely think that it's always like the incredibly sort of geeky, quiet people that are the most Neapolitan. I don't think this auto kills me, right? No, it's fine. You can click on the top hat if you have it, but it gives you the buff. I thought I had to extend my Dark Moon buff. I thought I had to have the Dark Moon buff up to use the top hat. Is that not true, Kronos? Am I just wrong about that? I've always used it with like 1 or 2 minutes left on the... Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I thought I actually had to extend the buff. Oh, my bad. Yep, there you go, Enyo. That's the thing, right? Yep. Oh, I actually did not know that. No, I didn't know. What's up, Planstone? Great to have you back. Yeah, what's up? Do you use Plater? I use Platinator. And which profile? Because they look sick. I use my own Platinator. I made my own this time around. If you want my Platinator or my frames, you just go into my Discord and find it. It's linked there for free. No need to pay or anything like that. Which, by the way, there is a UI, which I would highly recommend checking out. Elismir made it. Have you seen Elismir new UI? He was in the Rookery for a month making this thing. And I think it's pretty comprehensive. And it would be, if Cell doesn't get updated, I would probably take a look at his UI. It's very clean. I like it because it'll give me the option to kind of put what I want. And I'm pretty minimalistic at heart. I was here when Will was like a pure shot. I don't know this trust. I know for a fact he did build one. Well, I mean, I kind of built it. It came in a thing. What is Elismir's Twitch again? I wonder if he would ever do a Holy Paladin video with me. Elismere Gaming _ gaming. That's the one. Elismere _ gaming. He made his own UI and he's pretty cool. I think it's extremely rich how some of the top streamers are being comments on the whole UI scandal and then carbon copy. Yeah, I know. I also, when that happened, by the way, Jeff, I thought the same exact thing, by the way. I actually did have this, though. Can I send you a Holy Paladin video I found on Instagram? Yeah, sure. Of course, noob. No problem. Yeah, I also thought that, by the way. I agree with you. Okay. That was a joke? Oh, okay, never mind. All right, so not bad, by the way. We're level 82 now. We're starting to get there, though. Hot take, but it's almost a lot of effort into creating a song. No, of course. Kamikaze, I've been doing a lot of collabs, right? And in doing that, I've also gotten the chance to talk to some really cool people. And I was asking them, just in general, talking to different streamers about how are they monetizing? Like, what are they doing? Like, what's their plan? And one of the big things that some people do is they make you pay for their UI. Like, you have to be able to sub for the UI, right? You came here for the thumbnail. It is a good thumbnail, isn't it? I like that one. Yeah. And I don't necessarily think that this is bad practice because oftentimes a lot of people do put a ton of stuff in. But yeah, it does a lot of work. And if you make your own UI, I understand if you want to make people pay for it. It's one way to do things. And to be fair, people really do make a living off this. Like, it's pretty impactful, you know? It's certainly not, it's not nothing. It's impactful. Hey, let's just go do a new loadout here, and let me just actually swap to Annihilator now. I don't know what you would do first. I'm assuming just maybe down here or something. Cool. So active here, though. Atrocity doesn't even stream anymore. It just does UI. It is... You can make a lot of money. I personally, again, I'm not good at UI, but it is... I understand why people are interested in it. This is the weirdest starter build ever, because I wasn't even playing through this, by the way. Yeah, I understand, though. For me, I just want to make cool stuff. If I make cool Patreon content, it's because it's awesome. Like, I've put a lot of work into the Patreon videos, and so, you know, just what I need. Oh, yeah, and, I did it with Shaw. Not only is there a Brewmaster video uploaded, I did it with Shaw. It was a super cool collab. I now had the two big monks. I've had Megaset and Shaw, and it's pretty sweet that I got to make those videos, I think. I think that they're awesome. Yep. What did you guys think? Have you guys watched the videos? What did you think? I think that those basic guides are really, really helpful. I hope that they help at the very least. But I think that they'll make a big difference for people. Like, Iron Vid is the first one that's recommended. Really? That's pretty cool. Did I optimize for SEO? I am learning how to do all of that, and I'm quite bad at it, to be honest with you. I don't really understand that side of content creation, and to be honest, I really need to learn how to understand it. I need to clean out my bags real bad. Like, there's so much to learn about, like, thumbnails and, like, what your title should be in your description and the comments and the this and, like, how to do all that, you know? Oh, yeah, 100%, Enyo. There's always something to learn, though. I don't think I've interacted with your page on YouTube, and it's the first one for me as well. Really? Oh, shit, that's cool. Solid. It is, by the way, so all the guides that I make are, technically speaking, beginner guides. But the whole point of those collabs, by the way, is if you've never tried something, I want you to feel comfortable trying that thing. I think that that's such a cool idea, is to make videos that will help people get into the thing. Like, for example, I made a basic preservation evoker guide. The whole point of that is not for me to show off thinking that I absolutely am like, I'm trying to prove to everybody that I'm the best preservation evoker. Let me go super in depth. It's like, no. There are so many people who are simply afraid, genuinely, to actually think about playing their preservation evoker. Because it's difficult. Because it's not easy to play that healer. And it can be very complicated. Let me see if I can help. That's the idea behind those guides. And I hope that I can help people feel more comfortable trying things that maybe they're otherwise not familiar with. Very cool. Nice. Apparently, I've done something right then. The guy says tank DPS heal. I personally think that it depends on the key level, actually, believe it or not. I genuinely believe it's a big key level diff. If that makes sense, though. Oh, shit, that's right, Aladdin. Oh, Aladdin has a beard, yeah. Aladdin, you look like somebody I would not want to get into a fight with, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if Aladdin's still here. I was checking Discord, hold up. Damn. Yeah, you look like somebody I would not want to get into a fight with, I can tell you that much. I think that healing is actually harder in lower keys, which is weird. It's a very strange thing that this is true, but healing is actually harder the lower level that you heal in. Why don't you just show the buffs with the visuals like Weakora before? There are a few options for what add-ons that you can decide to use right now. The visuals left and right of your characters when it procs. Can you clarify for me, what are you looking for? Wait, show buff with visuals like Weakora's did before. Visuals left and right when it procs. You mean just the base cooldown manager? Almost known as kicking? Oh, no one's going to kick in these dungeons. I figured Aladdin, that's okay. But you look strong as hell. And your beard is pretty solid. That's kind of what I was hoping I would have for a beard, but I didn't quite manage to get it that far. It would have been cool, though, huh? Would have been nice. The purple lines. You mean this? Oh, this is mine. This is called Platinator. This one. You mean this? Oh, on their frames. Platinator. Yep. Platinator. That's what this is. And you can find mine in the Discord if you so desire. It's just there. I think you mean this one, right? Yeah. This. Like the here, right here. This is called Platinator. You can find mine in Discord. Very easy to use. Very easy to set up. You just have to get the add-on, and then you install my profile. Mine is completely free. Some people, there are other ones that are a little bit more than mine. This is the first time I've ever made this before. So it's a big learning experience for me. But I think that mine is pretty decent now. Yeah. And I like how mine turned out. I actually don't think I have it on properly on my Demon Hunter because this is a new character and I didn't optimize at all. So here, let me just get mine on right now because I like mine way more. Here. Yeah, I still have actually Plater on and I want Platinator. Let me get it. Platinator. Cool. I think that mine is on. Yeah, because I have... No, it's not on. Platinator, like this. It's not that? It is on. What am I talking about? Why doesn't it look like it's on? I'm confused. I've confused myself. What are we talking about? I don't even have... Well, I don't have Cooldown Manager on, so I don't think it's that. I don't think that's what we're referring to, but it could be. Oh, are we missing offerings? We didn't get the offerings. Hold up. I am confused. Why are we confused? What was I doing? Bro, I lost the plot. Yo, what's up, knocking? Here, Germany, few cities have it. What did you say? Oh, it normally means I'm tired. Yo, by the way, I'm not streaming for too long today because I am going to film that video with Artemir, and I don't think I will be on wrestling gyms. I wish I could wrestle, but I think I will be streaming, I guess, tomorrow. Please come hang out with me tomorrow. I'm going to be so busy. Like, I'm going to be so... It's just going to be that delve on repeat tomorrow. Tomorrow is big delve leveling day. So, please come say hi tomorrow. Most likely, I will be a little bit in despair, but I don't mind just running the same thing over and over again. I am curious to know how long it takes me to actually get done. I have 15% now, right? Like, I have this here, though. Yeah. Any idea when the next dungeon guide is coming out? You mean the masterclass one, Super? Okay, the masterclass guides are interesting because I don't actually think... I think I decided that they're not good for YouTube. I saw you online on YouTube. Thanks for all the beginner guides. Oh, you're welcome. It's your first season 10 after not playing for a couple years. Welcome back, first of all. I don't know if they accomplished what I wanted them to accomplish. So I'm not sold that I will actually put the rest of the ones that I already made up. I think that I want to make simpler, shorter guides. They're really cool for the people that like them super, but at the end of the day, I'm not sure if they're good YouTube content. Do you know what I mean by that? I'm torn because some people are really going to like them, but I think that you have to be quite nerdy and really willing to watch like an hour and a half, like an hour long YouTube video about all things tank related for one dungeon. I'm not sure that it's the best content, you know? Oh, no, they're on Patreon right now, and they should all be free. There might be like one or two, but you know, I think exactly. I think that as well. I think I might leave the full version on Patreon, and I will not. I don't even have to paywall them. It's just they're kind of like for people who want them. They're awesome. I think they're some of the best content I've ever made for the people who actually enjoy them. But I understand that that's not everyone. Do you know what I mean by that? Like that's kind of the idea. So, you know. Exactly. That's kind of, it's not good for the metrics or the statistics. And so I'm thinking to myself, maybe I don't throw them all on YouTube, but I could totally have them on Patreon. And I could put them for free on Patreon. Like they don't have to be tied behind a membership. There are other cool videos that I will have tied behind membership on Patreon because I have some ideas, but yeah. The only thing I will say is for anyone who decides to spend $5 a month on my Patreon, you will not regret it. I don't think anybody has ever been like, this was a terrible $5 to spend. Is Blood-DK in an okay spot? Blood-DK will be fine. It's not a tragedy. It's just not going to be meta for high keys. Depends on what key level you want to do, Olivia. What are you looking to do? Like, what type of keys? I think that Blood-DK is one of the best tanks for 3K IO. Like, if you're trying to get to, like, weekly keys and, like, 3K, I think Blood-DK, amazing tank, by the way. If you are, however, trying to do like title range keys, it's tough. They probably won't buff it enough to be that hard though. You got active. The visual I have active right now. 2 purple lines center on your character with that specific buff proc. That proc. This one, this is my Reishi cloak. That's my. Wait. You mean the meteor procs? No. I think you're talking about my meteor stacks. It's the Apex proc? But I think it's base UI. Whatever this is definitely base UI because I don't have anything on right now that it would be aside from this. I think it's just Annihilator procs. But I'm not actually tracking them. I would normally track it through the cooldown manager. But it must be base UI. Because I don't actually have anything else. Yeah, like right now. That soul thing? The soul. This is base UI, 100%. It's definitely base UI. I believe. I'm not like 1,000% sure. Purple lines that pop up next to your spell is called Spell Alert Opacity, but I don't have anything though. Okay. We figured it out. Good clarification. Nice detective work, guys. Well done. Question for people though, if you are actually listening to stream right now. I don't like this music. Hold up. Not this. What's up, Galaxy Penguin? I'm so glad that we cleared that up earlier, by the way. How about this? Oh, Giga song. Yes. Good. Nice. This is a good song right here. This is the song we were looking for. Yes. Hold up. Where is my stream playing from right now? Because I can't hear myself. Hold up. I can't hear myself think. 1 second. Down to business to defeat the Huns. Do. No. Galaxy, you're fine. That's why I was surprised, because it didn't fit with your personality. That's why I was saying, that's why I was quite surprised, right? Yeah. That's why I was just a little bit like, what? Because it's not like I haven't ever seen that before, or it's not like no one has ever sent me a message like that before. It's just, I didn't think that it would be from you. Does that make sense? So, like, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. You're fine. I'ma hug you? Well, yeah. So did she also wanted to hug me. Nobody ever sends you videos? Noob, I got you. What do you want to watch? What type of video you want, Noob? I got you. I'll send you something. I have Nutella. I've got Mystique body paint. I've got some other green body paint. I've got feet. I've got some. What? Yeah, you gotta send me some direction here, noob. I'll send you a video. What do you want? Why is this, by the way? Why is this song tied to League of Legends? Out of curiosity. Raging fire. Do. 4 hours into Calamity grinding, I'm at 86. So that's not that strong. Like 4 hours to 86 is like kind of a similar pace that I'm at right now, because I've been playing effectively for like 2 hours now on the Demon Hunter, and I'm at 82 and a half. It was a meme with Zin. Oh, I see. Got you. I feel like I did it pretty optimally. That's like, it's so much weaker than Shadow Point. Shadow Point, same amount of time would be actually the full thing, right? Wait, me, Kronos. Yo, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated, though. What is your prediction about what will happen to Prop Paladin? I think that in terms of tank tuning, I don't think we're going to see a lot of buffs. I think we're going to see other stuff. Yo, wait, also gifting a sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you do want the seal pet, I don't advertise it, but I do have drops enabled if you're trying to get the seal pet. But also, thank you for the sub. I don't know what I did to deserve your gifted sub, but thank you. When you start doing delve quests, so you want to do them at level, like you can do them right away and just go to all 8 delves and then only turn them in at around 88. Yeah? Great content. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope I can continue to make awesome content. I have a lot of really cool plans for what I'm going to do. I think that tonight's video actually is going to be a real banger. But what questions are you curious about, Wiz? Like if you're listening right now, if I'm going to have a call with Artemir, somebody who has a very different perspective on the game than me, but loves it as just as much, what do you think is a good thing to ask? Like, well, from a casual player perspective, what do you think is a good question to ask? Does that make sense? That's what I want to know. I have a few ideas, though. I just want to know his opinion on furries. All right, I'll ask. That's a great question to lead with. I just basically, that's what I want to know as well. So, personally speaking, yes. I hear Frozen. Not Frozen. You had me for a second. I was like, wait, what? No. Moana. But we have different songs. I like Disney a lot, actually. Who you doing with? I haven't heard of that person. Artemir? No, wait a second. That's not him. Oh, shit. No. Wait, I don't know who I just gave a shout out to, but that is definitely... Wait, that's not him. Fuck. Ignore that. Ignore that shout out. Who is that? I just gave a shout out to some random ass dude. No. Don't do that. Never mind. It's Artemir Gamer. Right. That's the one. Thank you. Yes. There you go. That's it. Not that one. Oops. Oh well. It is what it is. Some random person is just like, what? Artemir is an absolutely fabulous king. He is quite flamboyantly himself, and he enjoys the game in a very different way than me, in the sense that he loves player housing. He's like a competitive player housing main. He's a huge transmog collector. So many of his like Instagram videos are about the new tier sets and what they look like and all that. Whereas the only thing that I care about personally is the power of the tier sets. But he's somebody who looks at the design elements of things. And I think that that is awesome because it's a totally different perspective. I understand that he might not be everybody's cup of tea, but he's awesome. And I want to know what World of Warcraft means to him, because what it means to him and what it means to me are going to be two very different things. And I want on my channel a bunch of different perspectives, because I actually, one thing, Jeff, even if he's not your cup of tea, what I would say is this. I think that it's such a shame that we have so much confirmation bias in our current day and age. As in, we only ever confirm our own opinions about things rather than seek out intentionally other opinions. And I find that to be genuinely problematic. I actually think it's a significant issue with how we are living our lives in social media, is like you can just get the full-on confirmation bias for everything that you could possibly desire. If you want to be right, you can be. Just ask AI. And it's like, sometimes it's better to be wrong. I've always said that I want to be the dumbest person in the room, because then I would become one of the smartest people, because I would learn. Like, I don't want to be the best at everything. I actually just want to be decent, and then eventually I want to learn from people who are better than me. Do you know what I mean by that? I know that the world is dark and full of terror and all that, but at the same time, it's good to hear different things. And I think it's like a lost art form in many ways. Does that make sense? So, yeah. I'm hoping that I can get as many different perspectives on my channel so we can get just a cool perspective on World of Warcraft. It's one of the coolest things about WoW is that there are so many different perspectives, and they're all correct. Like, none of them are wrong. I think that's awesome. And one of my favorite things about this game is just how many different ways there are to enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? Personally speaking. Yeah. That's basically what I believe in. And so I want to talk to people who are not just like, obviously my content for the longest time has been Mythic Plus focused. It's like, hey, being open for different can make you go, oh, I've never seen it like that. Even if again, you don't have to go into other conversations with the effort to change your own perspective. You can be as stubborn as you'd like to be. It's not about me trying to convince you of anything. It's about you enjoying the fact that there is just variety. Imagine how boring the world would be if everybody thought the same way that I did. It would be so boring. It's so cool that there are different people and there are so many different perspectives. I find that to be awesome. Yeah, I thought he was great. That's why I reached out to him. There's a few other people, by the way. So another one is this, though. I reached out to Miss Marvel as well, and she is a super interesting person to talk to about the same conversation, because she is a competitive gamer. She's gotten title on her Feral Druid and was a Hall of Fame raider, but nowadays is a housing main. And so it's like, okay, now she's gotten to experience both sides of the game. I'm curious. What do you think about the current state of Feral or this? I'm actually going to talk to Cyber about more Feral specific stuff, but Miss Marvel would be, you've gotten to play the game at a very high level, and you also enjoy it this way now. Question for you, how do you get comfortable enough with a class to make your own talent tree? I just do that anyways, Kamikaze, but if I don't feel comfortable making my own talent tree, I will copy from somebody else. And when you first start a new spec, I think that actually trying to read through your whole talent tree is toxic. I would not recommend doing that. Does that make sense? Would not recommend. I actually think that it's way more impactful to just get the basics down, copy someone else's that you that's a beginner-friendly talent tree, and then eventually go read them after. Because it's really, really hard to understand all the talents. And in Midnight, not a lot of them matter as much anymore either. If you want title, don't pug it. There's a specific way you do it if you really want title, and it is absolutely not pugging. Do not just pug. It is a bad idea. You will regret it. Like, I can pretty much tell you with certainty that you will have a bad time. What you want to do is develop your friends list, because if you get on and the first thing you do, by the way, Jeff, is you go like this. If you go to dungeons and find a group, you're not getting title, man. What you are going to do, yeah, so the last key level or two, the problem is you won't find the keys. What you have to do is you start doing those keys, you make a friends list, and then eventually you try to get consistency, where you basically open your friends list and you say key, do you want a key, etc., etc. Does that make sense? That's the real trick. Windrunner Spire, much better. Yeah. You want to develop your friends list. Massive, massive, massive tip. Cannot tell you how impactful that will be. Yeah, if you end up trying to do it through Find a Group, I think that you are shooting yourself in the foot. You should learn how to add people to friends lists. Like, there are literally tips and tricks about how to do this if you feel uncomfortable with it. But just get better at it. Like, even if it's not your thing, get better at it anyways. Doesn't matter. Yeah, the early season is the actual best time to do this. There's never a better time because everyone is at the same point, and you also have no idea who you're playing with. You might be playing with one of the best people in the world. You might be playing with some of the worst people in the world. Cool. Adam. The best time. Develop that friends list. It's one of the best investments you could possibly make. If you care about your score or your rank or anything, WoW at the end of the day is a game of networking. And it is so impactful, you know? I think that Title in Shadowlands was way more puggable than Title today. Title is way more competitive now than it used to be. As strange as that sounds. Exactly. And that happens a lot because everyone, remember, you just want to get to 10s as quickly as possible. Yes, so you need a pre-made. If you've pugged and you've gotten that close, then you're probably good enough to get it. Like, it's not a skill issue. It's an actual how long do you spend looking for that one key that you need issue. Because if you just logged in and you had a group, that means you would also have the keys. Right? Networking is crazy impactful. It's not so much about who's good enough to do it. It's about the consistency of having 5 people who will actually have the key for you. Because that matters a lot. You know, like, that's really, really, really impactful. Oh, what's up, Gold Shortcake? Did you pick your main for midnight? Yeah, I had some time off stream. I was, delayed. What's up, Jails? I don't think I'm good enough for it. I think that it's not skill-wise as hard to get as you think. It's a little bit more about being willing to grind and a little bit more about the consistency. It's just the consistency of having the same group matters so much. What did you end up choosing? I ended up choosing Guardian, of course, but I really want to see what they're going to do for Guardian because I'm a little bit concerned that they are about to do some things to my favorite spec. And so it's possible that I will change my tune. Like, I don't want to have to play Druid of the Claw. I don't know why. They scared they nerf. They will nerf Guardian, but we don't know how much, and we don't know how they're going to nerf it. And that, to me, is the biggest thing. Depending on how they choose to nerf it, that can be problematic, though. I've done Monk and Druid so far, not sure what to level next. We have a lot of time. I'm going to level all 6 tanks, and then after I level all 6 tanks, I will do my healers. And that's basically just what I'm doing for the next few weeks. Just pretty consistently. Just nonstop. In what order? Well, this is Demon Hunter, and then after this, I'll just have Monk and DK left. And then I won't do any Mythic Zeros, because Mythic Zeros, I think, are kind of a waste of time. I think that actually, if you're like pressed for time and you're trying to level a whole bunch of things, I don't think Mythic Zeros are a good use of that time. So I'm not going to end up doing that, though. What's up, Kate? Yo, I'm currently level 86 on here. I won't lie, still have no idea what I'm doing. Did you happen to see, Cape? If you have no idea what you're doing on Brewmaster, there is a guide that you can watch on my YouTube channel with Shaw, because I happened to make a Brewmaster guide with him just yesterday. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, yo, what's up, Sean? Sorry, I missed. What's up, ba? Oh. Go into boss. I don't think people will funnel at this normal dungeon level. But I'm so used to doing this as a Mythic Plus route that I'm kind of just routing it like this. I didn't know that. Yeah, do it. That will help you a lot. That beginner Brewmaster guide, by the way. Oh, man. Yes, Jeff. So, I have made a few videos now in terms of the tank stuff. And they are exploring what are the best tanks for 3K IO, what are the best first tanks and stuff. In terms of being able to carry your team, obviously Paladin is the best tank. Nothing can come close to it. It is in a league of its own. But I actually think that Blood DK is very, very good as well. Just in terms of how independent it is, in terms of the fact that it has grips, in terms of the fact that it has a B-res, in terms of the fact, like, there's so many things that Blood DK actually provides, you know? Yeah. You have actually a fair bit of stops. Like, you can provide that AMZ. The AMZ can actually save your team, although it's quite rare to be able to do that. But the idea is, yeah, Blood DK actually has a ton of advantages at that key level. I like Bear. I also like Bear, by the way. And Bear is a solid tank for that. But it does struggle a little bit with CC, because Blood DK has mass grip now. I'm getting tired. Hunter is 241 and done for the week. I'm getting a class for each roll up to 90. Do it. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Like, I'm not going to spend time in Mythic 0, so I'm just going to level. The second my Demon Hunter hits 90, I log out and I do my Monk or my Death Knight next. I'm not sure. I guess tomorrow the Shadow Point Delve is back, the one that's good for leveling. So we won't have Dark Moon Fair buff, but I'll probably just grind that out. It'll take me, what, 4 or 5 hours? So we'll just see if we can do that, though. Delves, basically. There are a few strategies right now, and I think it depends on your playstyle. Dungeon fastest? No. Dungeons are not that fast. They're not terrible. Like, basically, a bit 2.5 hours, I've gotten 3 levels, basically. But that's kind of slow, actually. Not doing Mythic Zeros, you're jumping straight into Mythic Plus. Yeah, pretty much. No, I thought about that, Kamikaze, and I think that if I'm about 230 to 240 item level, I could probably tank 10s. It just depends. Time difference for me is a little weird when it comes to Mythic Plus, because got any guides on Delves? No. I do not have any of the guides on Delves. Not really a Delver. But there are a lot of resources for kind of fastest leveling guides, though. Yeah, I think that if I'm just not that much of a quester, I kind of like the idea of just being able to hang out with people here. Also, this is not my Platinator. That's why I was confused earlier. But I'll have to get it online later. Okay, so Kamikaze Kid. It will be. Sorry, I feel comfortable doing it at that item level. You will not feel comfortable doing it at that item level. That's because I played beta for like 3 months and I have a team, so I don't have to worry about looking for group because I know that people will take me. If you have to apply for keys, then you need item level. But if you don't have to apply for keys, you can get away with much lower item level, right? Does not full heal you anymore? Yes, but also keep in mind that 88 Tiny is the worst scaling. You will be the weakest at 88 and 89 because you won't have gear. So just remember that, though. That is more important for... Exactly. So, I also think for tanks and healers, because when you apply for looking for group, there's no real filter for it. Like, they're just going to look at your item level, and they're going to be like, I either take you or I don't, right? And so... I do think that item level matters, but more for that, though. Yes, you have to basically, if you want to actually get feeling powerful, you have to get to max level and then start gearing. The 60, the 88, 89 range is just super tough for scaling. I don't know why they chose to do that. I think it's weird. I would say, Conan, the fastest leveling is, I think, just delves or honestly questing. Questing is a bit faster than this, but I find this to be more fun. Like, I haven't really thought about it much for the last few hours, and I picked up 3 levels. It's enough. After this dungeon, we'll be at 3 levels, and then I can finish off the rest doing some quests if I wanted to. I think I need a little bit more rep anyways, so I need to go to the Amani tribe, I think, and do that. Maybe the side quests in this area for the neck piece later. That'll probably be worth doing. But in terms of player power over the next few weeks, I think that the only thing that kind of matters maybe are the 4 champion pieces you can get from Renown. Everything else is a very small min-max that doesn't really matter because 230 item level from Mythic 0 is pretty lackluster, in my opinion. You can get 220 from World Quests. 10 levels in one day for your monk, and now I can buy... Okay, so you level fast through questing. I don't know, man. Yep, I think that at the end of the day, you should level however works for you. Your UI is a war crime? I haven't really set up my UI much at all, because it's just new character. I just log in and I start... If I think about setting up every character, then I'm just going to actually get so caught up in my UI optimization that I won't actually play the game. So this is not exactly my full UI now. I logged in, immediately started grinding, and then we're going to do this here, though, you know? So I have Voodoo who does that. I mean, it's more entertaining for me, at least. I can tell you that much. I do think that if I was to actually send dungeons from 80 to 90, though, it probably is a 10-hour leveling, though. Like, I think that it's going to end up taking me like 10 hours, so I would be concerned if I had to do this the whole time. Luckily, I don't. I think delves are better. Yeah, you definitely want to at least do 8 delves for the quest. That's 100%. Just know, even if you don't actually do delves, exactly. Correct. That is for sure. Make sure that you do turn in the delve quest later on. You got an 80 of every class in a day? You mean a 90, Kamikaze? Oh, give me Legion Remix leveling speeds. I see, I see. Yeah, that'd be cool. It's okay. I honestly think that leveling is more of a high-level problem right now than a low-level problem. Because you don't have to min-max it. It's just I'm trying to level so many characters, and I want them all done fast. So that's the problem. Honestly, at the end of the day, most people will take their sweet time leveling, and that's fine. What is good gear to aim for? I think 220 minimum every slot. 220 minimum, and then I think a lot of people are already like 240, but the difference between 230 and 240 is not that massive. So, like, if you're like, the difference between 230 and 240 is there's a lot of min-max and stuff, though. But yeah. I prefer Mop Remix leveling. I never played Remix. It's not my thing. I know a lot of people liked it a ton, but not really for me. But I'm not even going to do a zero swoop, Punker. Like, I don't think it's worth it, because you just do the rep stuff, right? And then I just fill with the rest with, like, 220 gear from World Quest, and I'll be fine. Like, that's actually pretty good, though. Yeah, but I don't even think that that's really worth doing. Like, for me, personally, because that'll take me a while, and I would rather just spend all my available time leveling. Keep in mind, we have a lot of time, but if I level 1 character a day, I will finish just barely on time. Think about that. If I actually did 1 character a day, which right now it's like 2 days for 1 character for me. I don't actually play that many hours. So, you know, as of right now, like, for example, let's say after this dungeon I log off, it's like, okay, so this is all I'm playing today. After this, I'm going to make the video with Artemir, and then I'm going to the gym after real quick, and then I have a bunch of work tonight. And then I'll try to make a little YouTube video. So I'm not going to have any more time to play. That being said, you see, I'm going to actually run into a timing problem. If it's 2 characters, if it's 2 days for 1 character right now, and I still have 10 characters that I'd like to level, that's 20 days. And 20 days is too much. Yeah. I think even 220 this week is fine, to be honest, free. Because the next week is the exact same thing. So if you miss anything, and then if you really do miss Mythic Zeros, then they're daily lockout, I'm pretty sure, once Heroic Week starts. Isn't that what I was told earlier? Yeah, that's the thing, right? So it's like, I think if you want to just focus on anything, it's leveling right now. Once the season starts, you don't want to waste your time leveling. So that's the biggest thing, in my opinion, is just try to get as many characters leveled now so that you're prepared for actual season start. Because once the season starts, it'll feel really, really bad if you have to be leveling during that window. Man, I want ice cream. Yep. So in terms of min-maxing, though, I know everybody wants to. Just keep in mind, there's only 2 mistakes you can actually make. And I think that this is important for people to know. In fact, I should actually make a clip about this. So let me get ready to clip this. Because this is important, all right? Yeah. In terms of optimization, there are actually only 2 mistakes you can make. There's nothing else. If you do nothing else, you have to understand that in terms of prepping for Season 1, there are only 2 mistakes you can make. One of them is sending your spark on the wrong item, and the other one is wasting high-level crests. Everything else is just a minor optimization this week. You don't need to do Mythic Zeros. You don't need to have crazy item level this week or next week. The only 2 things you can do wrong are wasting your gear and wasting that. That's it. Those are the only 2 things. That's it. That's the actual clip. And I think that people misunderstand that a lot. Just don't waste your spark. Don't craft early. Like, that's the only thing that you cannot get back. It's wasting the spark and wasting high-level crests on Heroic Week. The crests right now are not a big deal. That's it, though. You can do M0 if you have time, but it depends how many characters you're trying to do, though. Yeah, I know, free. On 259 I feel so desperate I can't get an average. So if you've already crafted, it's not the end of the world, but you should wait. Like, there's that item level doesn't help you right now, Boss Krell. In general, don't craft yet. It's a bad idea. Yeah, if you've already crafted, it's not the end of the world, but it is most likely not the right choice. Because we'll have to see what happens. Morning question, will you level a Guardian Druid? I've already leveled my Guardian Druid. Guardian Druid was my first max. He played through the campaign. You don't have to re-roll. You can recraft. No. Nope. Once you've sent your spark, you cannot get that spark back. So now you have boots. Like the 259 boots, they're set. You now have crafted boots. No, there's no way to get the spark back. Now you can recraft the stats or the embellishment on it, but you cannot get the spark back. So let's say, for example, you decide actually that you would have rather have made a weapon. Unfortunately, you cannot get it back. That's why that's the only mistake you can make, because it is a long-term decision. You have a finite amount of sparks, and you can't get them back. So, yeah, does that make sense? So that is important to get right for player power. Because if you end up crafting a ring, and then you figure out you don't actually need a ring, yeah, it sucks. You're welcome. So the next spark you get, just hold it for a second. But it depends, boss. Like on a warrior, right? In context to missing to a lot of mistakes. Exactly. I can even make a better tip if we want. Here, let me make it real clear, okay? Let me make this super clear, okay? I will say it once again, because this can be a clip that I share to YouTube. All right, cool. All right. Oh, hi, Arson. Yo, what's up, Arson? Hey, what's up, dude? I was about to farm a clip for the only 2 ways that you could make a mistake, right? Yo, have a great night, Arson. Look, there's only 2 ways you can make a mistake, okay? All right. Hi, Arson. All right. In terms of gearing for Season 1, There are only two mistakes you can make. Do not make these two mistakes. Number one, do not waste your spark. You cannot get that spark back. So if you send it on an item early and you don't actually need that item, you cannot get it back. And number two is on the actual launch of the heroic week, those high level crests, once you spend them, you cannot get them back. But everything else is fair game. Don't worry about it. You can actually send anything else as a minor optimization. Don't worry so much about Mythic Zeros or even the Renown items. They're all great. The only two mistakes you can make are wasting your spark and messing up your crests. That's it. Yeah, you're setting your house on the decor. Hey, man. I have a video tonight, by the way, with a housing main, and I'm excited for that, actually. I was going to ask him for his perspective on the game. I'm very excited about it. Yep. I got to post our video that we made soon. I need to be back to him. Oh, no problem, Salty. It's okay. I'm going to get a little snack anyways. I guess I am committed to streaming a little bit longer. Adventure item level? Yo, good night, Arson. About adventure level, spent them all. That's fine. Don't even worry about that. Yes, exactly. And to clarify, when you get into the actual Mythic Plus season, a plus 10 will give you base level 266. So getting like higher item level right now is kind of meh. As long as you can get into Mythic Plus groups to start farming gear on the 24th, you'll be fine. And it depends if you really want to push raid hard the first week or not. It's actually most likely the right decision to not spend a bunch of crests that week if you're a Mythic Plus player. If you are a raider and you need to parse 100 for Heroic Week, then it's a problem. Then you might have to think about min-maxing for that week. Yes, we do. So they're not that hard to get gold if you do the campaign. Number one, do the campaign. Number two, do some of the side quests. And then at max level, just get the dungeon quest as well, and it'll give you 1k for everything. Very easy. I'm not even much of a quester, and even my renowns are good. Yep, not hard at all. Silver Moon Court is 9, so this is just the renown 9. You do the event there. The Singularity is 7, and then everything else is, I think, 8 or 9 as well. Yeah, no, so totally fine. If you want to min-max your character, absolutely, but just in terms of making those mistakes that you're going to regret, it's only the spark right now that you can mess up, because you get that spark early, right? And so, like, you can send it, and it's not the end of the world, but there's even a conversation. I don't know what's going to be right or wrong on this, because they changed it, by the way. What's up, Dad of Duty? Give me a second. Great question. Is it worth using Mythic Crests on your crafted gear? I don't know. That's not a very clear answer, by the way. They changed how many crests you need for that. So it's very possible that it is not worth crafting at a higher level, even in the actual season, early on. Yes. If very potentially the right thing to do is craft like at heroic or less and use off slots for embellishments instead of actually going for the big crafts. It might be the right thing to do, actually, to specifically make your boots or your rings or something with an embellishment instead of your big crafts. Like, it might not be right, actually, to craft a weapon if you're trying to min-max your player power. We have to see. Yo, is it possible to do Mythic 10 in the first week of the season as a new tank? It might be challenging on the very first week to get to a plus 10 as somebody who hasn't really spent a lot of time on stuff. It's possible that could be hard. Yeah. Possibly. I have some tips for you if you really want to try to get there. I will get there, no problem. But keep in mind that I played beta for 3 months, and on top of that, I have people to play with, like Arson and Deco and Random, and like we have people who played beta with me. We're all going to get together, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do keys the very first week. Because of that, we're going to be just fine. Like, we will get to our plus 10s on the first day, no problem. We're going to be out there farming easy. But other people, very few people play beta. Most people are not going to be watching guides, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that it's, most likely it will be very, very hard, I think, to get a 10 week one as a new player. Or squad's mains. We have a Mistweaver. We have Arson, who just came in knocking. He's awesome, by the way. He's got a very cute cat. Arson is an Affliction Warlock main, and I'm a Guardian Druid. So random is either going to be playing Devour or Elemental Shaman. It's not exactly the most meta of comms, but we're going to smash. We're going to own. 100% we got this. Not concerned at all. We definitely got this. But yeah, it's going to be super off meta. All right, I'll stay online for a little bit. I don't think I'm going to make the video with Artemir like this, though. Yes. Hold up. Flex Redeem. What's up, Caesar? Haven't you heard only meta specs can do 10s? Might be hard to get an invite, but certainly anybody can do it. Flex Redeem. What's up, Caesar? All right, be right back. Let me get a snack. I guess I could stay online if you guys want to hear the interview with Artemir live. Could do that. Maybe. I'll be right back. Maybe. I'll consider it. No, I'd have to just turn off all chats. I would have to turn off all chats 100%. And I want that video to have my full attention. But it's not, I might do it. We'll see. I'll just have to lock in, basically. Be right back. Yo, I'm definitely going to get too distracted if I try to make the video with Artemir. What delve should I spam when the good one in the Void Zone is in here? Unsure. I actually think that the other best delve is maybe this one in the city, the Collegiate Calamity. I'm not sure, though. Yeah, I think so, too, noob. What do you think about Prot Warrior? Prot Warrior is the exact same. It's slightly less tuned. Like, it doesn't do as high damage, but it's the exact same otherwise. Jacob, I hope your hand is better. But nerf, otherwise, I think the best one is this. However, the other one should be back very soon, I think. I believe that it will be back tomorrow, the Shadow Point one. So please come hang out with me, by the way, because I will be in there grinding tomorrow. That being said, Discord's here. I want to go rest up a little bit, get a little snack, actually cook myself some food so that I can record this video with Artemir tonight. And I'm very excited about this. I think this could be... It's something I'm very excited about, for what it's worth. The channel you were shouting out... Why? Hold up. What is his name? Artemir Gaming, right? Without an underscore. Oh, it was Artemir Gaming. Yeah, it is. All right, here we go. Cool. Shout out Artemir Gaming. There we go. Thank you. When are you live tomorrow? Hard to catch a stream since you start at 6 a.m. Well, give or take the same time as today free. It's Thailand timing. It is complicated depending. What time zone are you in free? Where are you from? Yeah, it can be a little tough to catch my stream live depending on where you are. Can be indeed. Where are you at? It's good EU timing, basically. I'm from Sweden. Okay, so basically 5-6 hours ahead of you. It'll be early your morning. Early your morning, basically. Australia is slightly behind, but in terms of the EU, I am just ahead. I bet. Shindig's still on. Cool. I'm a raid out for today, and I will be back tomorrow. What time am I grinding with your stream time again, though? Come hang out. I'll be here. I'll be in a little bit of despair. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing. Maybe I'll try to get 2 characters done. We'll see how much we can get through. It's a little bit... We'll see. I will try to speed level tomorrow, though. Don't go. Thank you. Thank you again for the gifted subs as well, Boss Crow. Tomorrow, we probably order some ice cream and then chill. That is the plan. Oh, shit. Hold up. Wait a second. He just went AFK. Bad AFK timing. I'm not going to lie. I bet. GG's. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.